Hello, everyone, and welcome to Session 9 of the Band of Bravos. I am your host and GM for this session, Jason Bulmahn. I'm the Director of Game Design at Paizo. And before we get started today, I'm going to throw it around the horn and allow everyone to introduce themselves and their characters. We'll start with you, James.
Hey, I'm James Jacobs. I'm playing Shensen, the certainly not still drunk bard. And hopefully we'll get some good shenanigans going on today.
Oh no, we're still drunk, aren't we?
Some of us maybe.
Yikes. Hey guys, I'm Maryssa. I am Paizo's web content manager, and I play Ilana Thistlefoot, our halfling druid.
Hi, I'm Jason Keeley, a Starfinder developer. I'm playing Roark Thunderbird, the Tengu swashbuckler, and I think I managed not to get drunk last session, so in it.
Can birds get drunk?
Yes, they can.
There's a whole
now.
office toy based around that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The bird is drinking the water. All right, yeah, no, fair. All right, Peyton, it's over to you.
And I am Peyton Smith. I am the social media, wow, I can't even say my things right. Social media producer here at Paizo. And I thank you, Shaz, for the early hero point with the early happy birthday. Thank you, sir. And I'm playing Lord Barnes, the shocking wizard of Band of Bravos. And welcome back to another episode of Band of Bravos. One of the awesome things that we like to do here is try to get you guys involved with the game. And so I'd like you all to notice basically what was rewarded to me. You see the coins that are above our head. Those are hero points. It is a game mechanic in Pathfinder Second Edition that allows us to re-roll and try to survive, or in this case, just make good rolls bad. And in addition to making things even worse for us, you can award Jason Bowman here, our illustrious game master, villain points. He's currently full up right now. You cannot give anybody things which are past 3. That is our limit. I want to put a hard limit on it. If you donate something that's already 3, you lost your points. So be careful when you donate. And on how you donate, which will be a good question of, is you use the channel point system. That's on Twitch. Basically, below where the chat box is, at the bottom left, you might see a little circle there. Right there, you basically are able to click that and use your channel points that you will accrue over time from watching the show or any of our other live streams. So to grant us hero points or grant Jason Bowman, I guess, a villain point. I suppose if you don't want us to survive anymore. And that's basically how that works. And we greatly appreciate it if you guys would use up your points whenever you can, because we're probably going to need them. Just like Shensen just got another one. So there you go, James. You're now up to 2. So with that, Mr. Bowman, go ahead.
I promised not to use my hero points entirely to fail saving throws on that. What was that? The Fang of Deliciousness?
Yeah. I rolled it. Yeah. I critted on my Constitution roll, and Mr. Bulmahn, what do we have here today?
Well, first of all, Peyton, I didn't know your birthday was coming up. You and I apparently have very close birthdays. I don't know when yours is.
Mine is tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Oh, snap.
Mine's not for
Happy birthday.
So, yeah, happy birthday, sir.
Well, thank you, and happy early birthday to you, Jace.
Oh, thank you. All right, so with that, when we last left our intrepid band of adventurers, the Band of Bravos we're deep underground, having been sent down to Kobold Town to treat with the orc emissaries to attempt to secure rights to mines up on the surface after a conflict with orcs. On behalf of a goblin king, the party finally arrived in Kobold Town after dealing with deep gnomes and Durgar and avoiding orcs. It's been a busy first 8 sessions of the campaign. But finally, your goal in sight, the party arrived in Kobold Town, only to learn that the gates were closed. The kobolds, as it turns out, were in the middle of something called the Final Egg Festival. And as part of this festival, folks came from all around the Eternal Vault to enjoy the festivities, but as a result, the city was full and you could not get in without a ticket. However, the gate guards did question you and ask, well, were you the final act arriving to perform at during the festival? And you readily agreed. On that note, the Band of Bravos was taken into Kobold Town, but taken directly to the Colosseum. There, you were lined up to be one of the acts performing a fight in front of the assembled crowd. But the master of ceremonies, a kobold named Caxo, informed you that you had nothing to worry about, that the fights were all mostly staged. You were going to be fighting a large snake, but they had already removed its venom glands, and it was going to be a relatively easy affair. However, when you finally took to the arena floor, you found out that was not to be the case. The snake was behaving oddly, and as you fought it, its skin slowly ripped and sloughed off, and out of it came the assembled bones of a giant viper, animated by some foul magic.
I remember screaming at that part.
Yeah, lots of people did, including many people in the crowd, as the Necrophidius slithered out of the snake and did battle with it. Afterwards, you managed to defeat the snake, and in fact, if I recall correctly, my dice went incredibly south. You were able to defeat it, and the Master of Ceremonies, Caxo, was incredibly apologetic for what happened. It was a horrible mistake, and they were going to get to the bottom of it. Nothing like that was supposed to happen. And to make up for it, he said that you could have his reservation at the Cracked Fang, a famous tavern near the Mother's Temple, to enjoy the final feast.
And see where that got it.
Exactly. You went there, you began to feast, some of you had a drink from the fang, a long, curved dragon fang with a crack down the middle, and they pour this kind of black, thick whiskey down it. And at that moment, a number of you got a bit tipsy. But during this, an ogre, who was also in the tavern, got up and just began attacking everyone nearby. The group leapt up to defend the other patrons at the bar and managed to knock the ogre down. The ogre, who they later learned was named Grump. And the folks that were with Grump, a pair of Durgar, said that it was really odd. He just suddenly got up and started attacking folks. He hadn't even been drinking. Caxo once again showed up and was incredibly apologetic for once again putting you in the path of danger. So much so that he was beginning to get worried that you might be cursed or something bad, an ill omen was following you about, and that it might be best to take you to the high priest of the Mother to take you to go speak with Golgama, the Kobold High Priestess. So he brought you up to the temple, but you weren't allowed inside because it was the middle of their high ceremony for the final egg festival. You were, however, able to get a sense of what the ceremony was all about, where you saw some shadow puppets telling the story of a mighty dragon who tamed this giant vault and then fought against the lords of Earth who were attempting to destroy it. And although she was victorious, she was terribly wounded in the fight, and as she died, she hid one final egg, according to the myth. And that this festival was there to celebrate this one missing egg. Well, after that, you are allowed in to go speak with Golgama, but during this, a kobold, another acolyte of the faith, suddenly sprang forth and attacked Golgama, and you, calling you meddlesome interlopers. And
well, she was correct, but still.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're meddlesome interlopers. But you managed to defeat this kobold, and Golgama, who had been knocked out during the fight, came rushing over to your aid, thanking you for saving her from this radical splinter faith. And I think that is roughly where we left off, was here in Kobold Town.
And one notice that everyone has 3 hero points, thanks to chat.
Thank you, chat.
Yay, chat. We didn't end on a cliffhanger?
No.
Wasn't Roark like tied up or dangling over a chasm or something?
No, I don't believe so.
I don't think anyone is unconscious either. I think we actually made through that one relatively unscathed.
We survived!
We need to try harder.
I guess we have to fight drunk all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you were here. Yes, this is exactly how we left it. There were some webs here. Let me go ahead and get rid of those fade away. So Golgama comes over to the group of you and is looks at all of you and says, "Oh, I'm so grateful. The mother has sent you to protect me. So grateful, so grateful. Welcome, friends. Caxo, who are these? Who are these brave daywalkers, skywalkers? No, wait, that's trademarked. I can't use that one.
What are you doing?
The mouse will see us. So Caxo,
I think it
what?
called the Sky Breathers maybe at one point.
Sky breathers? Yeah, no, that sounds right. I'm trying to
Daywalker,
remember.
sky breather.
Sky
Upper
breather
jumps.
The Caxo looks to all of you and goes, "Well, I don't believe I know your names. Who are you?"
I'm going to stand on that dead kobold and
Oh, Lord.
step up and say, "Oh, well, hello there. I'm Shensen. I'm still a little tipsy from the fang juice. And welcome to our band of bravos."
She
I'm
goes,
going to subtly move behind Shensen in case she starts to stumble. I'll be ready to catch, just in case.
"That's fair."
Yay.
Yeah. Golgama looks at the group of you and is like, "Well, we are all most gracious that you have come to our aid. These radicals have been growing in their boldness. I should have known that they would have used the festival as a time to strike."
You think that they caused the weird snake wearing the other snake to come out and get us in that fight, which we won? Did you see us win?
It would not surprise me. Yes, I was there. I saw your victory over the horrible snake beast. Very, very brave of you. Very brave. But I must say it is no surprise that they used this festival as a time to attack. During the Final Egg Festival, we teach that all are welcome to the vault. That the mother's true gift, her true final blessing, is the togetherness of all of us being here and living and working together. These radicals do not share that vision. They believe that the vault should have been left for us and us alone. I knew Ashvenir had fallen into their beliefs, but I did not know that he was so fervent to act out against me directly.
Was that this guy? I'm gonna tow the dead kobold below me.
Oh my gosh.
She looks at you stepping on one of her dead priests and is like, "Yes, that's him. Can you give me a diplomacy check or something?"
I can.
Can I assist in the diplomacy check?
No.
Oh dear.
I'm good at diplomacy. I do this all like very sveltely and like classy
22.
with a 22.
At least it wasn't a 1 for bad omens.
Yeah. Well, Golgama looks at you and is like, yes. Well, I am very gracious that you have assisted me in this way. I will, of course, mention you in my upcoming sermons. You have been most helpful to the faith.
Ooh, free advertising.
It's Band of Bravos. Remember, BRAVOS. I'll doff my hat and bow quite deep and say, "Well, Gamma, I am Roark Thunderbird, acrobat and bird vivant, and I have a question for you. Were these dissidents, these rebels, do they have the power to alter the minds of people? Maybe make them a bit more angrier when they normally hadn't been?"
The blessings of the mothers speak to all of us in different ways. It is quite possible that through subtle magics, such rage can be brought onto people. They oftentimes tap upon such dark impulses. They would, if they had their way, we would drive all the others from this city and from the vault itself. and that this would be a place only for kobolds.
It is-
Fortunately, me and mine do not believe such foul things, and that we believe that the gifts of the mothers are to be enjoyed by all. That she gave her very life, and at that she points up toward the ceiling of the cathedral, and it is then that you notice that suspended up above you is the skeleton of a dragon, carefully put together and wired up, hung from the ceiling. You can see its shadow. There is light behind it, casting a shadow down on the floor below.
That looks a lot bigger than something that would take up like even a space of 20 feet.
It is a large dragon.
I make sure not to stand under it.
Look down, don't look it in the eye.
Yep.
Golgama says, "Yes, it is the blessings of the mother that this place is to be uh, enjoyed and lived in by all. That the people of the vault, this is their place, and that all people who come with peace and goodwill in their hearts should be allowed here. These
Oh.
radicals do not believe it."
That's part of the reason we came down here. We well, specifically to you, we were guided here. Where's our guide? Where's Coxo? He
Coxo,
believed that something afoul might have followed us, unfortunately, into your town.
Coxo is kind of steps forward and is looks at all of you with some puzzlement, and looks down at Ashvanir and says, I brought them here, mother, because I thought that perhaps they were underneath some foul malignant influence, perhaps a curse or something. But now I see that Ashvanir perhaps hoped that folk would blame the outsiders for these disturbances, and that he picked them. That is the only thing that makes sense to me. And Golgama says, yes, that would fall in line with their patterns. They oftentimes like to cause mischief and then blame it on outsiders, so that the folk of Kobold Town turn against them. It is a most foul and dishonorable tactic.
As perpetual outsiders ourselves, roving from town to town and performing our shows, it definitely sounds is most insidious to me. Huh?
Perpetual outsiders? That makes it sound like we're never welcome.
We're nomads, Shensen. We go from town to town. We call none our home.
Huh. That seems something. Well, we'll see. We'll see about that. We'll find a home somewhere, I'm sure. And I start looking around this place.
Coxo looks at all of you and says, well, friends, I feel I owe you a debt. Perhaps we should go back to the Cracked Fang. I shall buy dinner, and we shall see what we can do about finding you a place to stay. That will be very difficult. The town is very full right now.
I certainly like the sound of
dinner does
free
sound
rooms and food.
Especially at the Cracked Fang, where the Cracked Fang is.
Yes,
Second dinner does sound nice.
Yes, and it's we absolutely have no problems with the last time we caused a ruckus there.
We didn't cause the ruckus.
No,
We ended a
definitely
ruckus.
not us.
Yeah, we definitely saved the day, as we always do.
Mm-hmm.
I personally would love somewhere to rest after being shuffled about place to place.
Golgama notices
Yes.
that many of you are injured, and says, but before you go, friends, allow me to soothe your wounds. She begins to move her hands in strange traceries, and within moments begins casting a series of soothes on the party. And all of your wounds are healed.
Yay.
Woo!
Hooray!
Excellent. I regain no hit points.
I see you were
you not wounded?
Yes, I am taking no
Lucky.
damage.
That ogre knocked me out.
I hit the ogre multiple times with beer bottles. Just do what I do and be a coward and throw bottles at people.
You know that's not my way, Lorne. I'm always
know.
in the thick of things. Ah!
But you always have your bones broken. They're so hollow.
Trips down a flight of stairs, 4 broken bones. All right, so Coxo takes you from here back to the Cracked Fang.
Hey, look, a dwarf friend's still at the table. He must have
Oh, he's
missed
still-
us dearly.
Yeah, he's still passed out over there.
Hour? Maybe
don't
an
know.
hour?
Did you leave him there? I guess you did.
Yeah.
We let him.
He's-
He was keeping the table for us.
Yeah,
He
just,
seemed comfortable.
just holding it. He was
Yeah,
probably sleeping.
Well, when you arrive, he's passed out on the table. He apparently kept drinking. So
That's fine. He just got out of a long prison sentence. He could be afforded a few drinks.
that's
It's
fair.
100% understandable.
So Coxo takes you here, and let me just throw a token on here for him. So we've got one. Okay, I need one for this.
I believe in you.
Yeah, I believe in me too. All right. There we go.
He looks suspiciously like the guy we just stabbed.
I only have so many tokens. What do you want?
Wait a minute.
You can't just ask people why they look like someone we've just stabbed.
I didn't ask them. I just give them the. All right, you seem fine. You're buying us food.
He's like, yes, friends, come.
Potential
And he
target
returns-
sighted.
Returns to the table where you were at before.
I'll take the same position I did this time.
I think he
Uh,
I will take the other seat.
So Coxo, the moment you arrive, he gets one of the servers and he tells them that the entire meal is on him. So you're free to order whatever you like, and the servers come around and take your drink orders and food orders. Not that they're that much different than before.
Oh no, them again.
Actually, the kobolds here seem quite happy to see you again since you stopped the ogre from tearing the place apart earlier.
I also think I cast a water spell, so not only did we stop it, we also gave the place a good mopping.
That's fair.
Oh, that's right.
So a kobold comes up to the table, and this one's wearing an apron and has a little hat on, and his apron looks dirty from like food stains and stuff. And he comes up and he goes, yes, you are the ones who saved my business earlier. Thank you. I am Snelk.
Hello, Snelk. I would like an order of grub stuffed fish grubs.
The house special.
Mmm.
Well, I just wanted to come by and thank you. You have been a great help to me. That ogre would have tore this place apart.
Do fights like that happen often here, or was that weird?
No, they are very unusual. There are usually this place is usually very, very quiet. People come here for food and good drink and Snelk's great hospitality.
Huh.
Well, I am most appreciative of your hospitality. I would like something of that of meat, basically, and just a normal ale or so. And has there been any ruckus after the fact at all? Any problems on your end?
No. After that, everything was quiet. We did lose a fair number of customers. They left and did not come back. I don't think all of them paid the bill, unfortunately. My luck. I have been having terrible luck lately.
That seems
well.
to be going around, doesn't it?
What form of terrible luck? Anything else going wrong?
Oh, it's nothing to concern yourself with. My guest lodge is it's a mess.
Is
I
that a
had a-
separate business
It's
than
a
this?
mess. Would it perhaps have some vacancies?
Oh no, I cannot rent it. It is not usable right now. Not after the last guest left without paying the bill.
Shouldn't be having
Now
an
I'm
awful problem
intrigued.
with that. Having a problem with people leaving without paying bills.
Well, this was one of the, and he kind of leans forward and he says, one of the drow. She skipped out without paying the bill.
What's that? What
That's
is
the
a-
thing that you give people for renting or using your facilities. It's an exchange of money.
What's a drow?
Classic.
I think who's a drow?
Like, what is it? Who is it? Define this word.
The elves who live down below. They
I
just
never heard of them.
Lon, just because you've never heard of them doesn't mean they're not here.
Snell kind of points to the table down here, and it's like, yes,
Behold.
And down there you see a pair of elves sitting at the table, and unlike surface elves, these are very pale. Their skin has kind of a light blue tinge to it, but is otherwise very, very pale. And they are sitting at this table enjoying a drink.
See, Lauren? They're real. They've been there the whole time.
Ah, well, I wasn't looking there. Well,
Oh,
now I know what they are.
Importantly, I personally would like somewhere to rest my head after the few hours we've just had. Are you absolutely sure there's nowhere else available for us for the evening?
No. The place is filled with slime. You cannot rent it.
Like decorative slime or hungry antagonistic initiative rolling slime?
Slime.
So
what?
required
Next
initial
time-
roll. I look at Shensen, Ilana, and Roark. I'm like, well, fellas, it seems we need to get rid of the problem to go to sleep.
That's right. There's slime squatting in the places we deserve to lay our weary heads to rest the night away.
Tell
Exactly.
you what, perhaps if you can loan us the room, we can clean it for you.
I'm really good at cleaning. You wouldn't know looking at me, but I spent like several minutes yesterday in a sewer. But look at me now. I'm all clean and sparkly, shiny, fresh. We're good
Slime and
cleaners.
strange things are nothing new to us. We can take care of it easy peasy.
Yeah.
Coxo says, are you sure you're up to it? You've had a long day.
Might as well make it a few minutes longer for the sake of a night's rest.
Yeah, and if we go a couple hours without Lorne being able to electrocute things, he gets stroppy.
Yeah.
That too. I wasn't going to be the one to say it.
Yeah, what they said.
Snelk looks at you and is like, well, if you were to get rid of the slime, you could stay there, yes, for a very reasonable rate.
Also otherwise known as free.
Thank you, Lord.
Well, I could make it. I could cut the price in half.
How is this how you handle people coming to you to do hard labor that you're not willing to do to make sure you can continue to make money with that room?
Well, you would be doing Snelk a favor. So tell you what,
And
I will give
you'd be
it.
doing us a favor.
I will give it to you for free for 3 days, and then half price.
Ha! Yes, that sounds great. Since
That
I'm pretty
sounds
sure we're not gonna be here
fair
that
to
long.
me.
Staying in the same place like that long, I don't know if we've managed to do that yet. Either we get bored or we get run off or whatever.
All right, electrocute the person, you know.
I guess we stayed longer in jail, but that was extenuating circumstances.
Maybe-
And let's not
riot.
bring that up. All right, I think we agree with that offer. Lead us to it.
Ah, yes. Oh, very well, very well. You have done Snelk a great kindness, Would you
Of
like
course
dinner
I do.
first?
Do these slimes cause nausea or the upset tummies?
The slimes are gross.
Then I will pass on dinner because I do not want to waste it.
Do the slimes melt skin?
I have skin. This is important to me.
If you say they're just slimes, I'm probably going to hit you with this chicken.
Where did you get chicken?
Don't worry about it. I have
All
context.
I offer here are grub steaks.
I'll hit you with this grub.
Well, they do cause some scale irritation.
Oh, give me.
You don't have any
the
scales, Lauren. You don't have to worry about it. You'll be fine.
Just get us the food and drinks and we'll eat so we can vomit it at the slimes later. Roark, you're used to that, right?
I have an iron stomach. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I meant the vomiting part.
Yeah, exactly. I'll give it to me. Give me the food, and I'll take on this slime.
Very good. I will go get your meals then.
There you go.
So Snelt goes and brings everyone food. It is a sumptuous feast of mushrooms, grubs, beetles. There is some cave fish, if you recall, from last time. There are more cave fish. So very pale.
I want to raise my hand in question, Game Master. In this world, out of chat's inspiration, if people ask for delivery in the crags here, is it called Grubhub?
Oh,
Gosh darn it.
You can blame chat for that one. That's their credit.
I would assume that is indeed what the service is called. I hate all of you.
Thanks, chat. As you're going on, I'm sorry.
Bad people. I just want you to know that. So,
You picked us.
So
Whoa!
there's a giant slug. No, all right.
That was like an instant slug. Gone.
Instant slug. All right. So you are all fed a sumptuous feast of mushrooms and beetles and bugs and cave fish, and plenty of their kind of weird earthy ale that is clearly made out of mushrooms or some sort of fungus.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I will try not to
fine.
get drunk before going on the slime adventure, because,
I don't know. It worked last time.
yeah, that was more luck than skill, though, I think. I don't remember much of it, though, so I'll have to take your word for it.
Coxo finishes up the meal and says, "Well, friends, if you need any further aid or assistance, you can find me up at the temple. I live right nearby, in the garden square. So you can find me there if you need of me. But thank you, friends. You have done both me and our faith a great service this day."
No problem. You're on the third house on the right, right?
Yeah, he gives you directions.
Okay.
And
You're
you've been a
saying.
wonderful help.
Oh, I have led you into danger, but you have come through unscathed. So I shall call that a victory.
Hooray! Victories for everyone.
So with that, Coxo takes off.
Oh, he vanished.
Yeah, he just disappeared. No, he walked up.
Oh.
And Snelk comes by a bit later and is like, "Well, your tab has been closed, so if you want anything else, it's just so you know, it's that's extra."
I don't like this person very much.
I think we'll be fine.
It's a place
Oh,
to lay
God.
down.
By the way, at the end of the table, there's like a little like apple crate kind of box for him to stand on, so his head is above the edge of the table. This is a table
Aw.
for tall folk, and you know.
Does he just have it like strapped on his
have I had my
chest so he has to
prescription the whole
always
time?
carry it?
Well, I mean, no. One of this, he brought it with him, right? He kind of came over with his little crate, put it down,
Mhm.
stepped on it, and so his head was up above the edge
Oh.
of the table. He's
Does
like,
Ilana still have a booster seat?
Do I still have a phone book?
Yeah. I mean, of course you do. They're not rude.
Well, folks, I do believe we have been able to feast all way through this so far. If everyone's nice and ready, I am ready to go deal with the slime problem.
Should
I
we
go, very
drape
good.
a blanket?
It is
Should we drape a blanket over Thorgrim or wake him up?
Nah, he's fine.
Lean over the table and give his little shoulder a little shake. Thorgrim. Mr.
Nope.
Thorgrim.
Snelk says, "Is he with you?"
Yes.
Sometimes.
We found him on the road.
Good. I shall add his tab to yours.
He's supposed to be free too, right? Right.
He did help us. He did help us battle.
I'm like rolling my fingers like you kind of know someone does impatiently, like but each tap just lightning arcs out, just going like right.
Give me an intimidate check.
Oh, don't fail me on this, man. I'm just scared to roll anything now. That's a 22.
Look at that. You're fine.
That's a 17 natural with the plus of 5, 22.
Lauren, you could do better. You should hero point then. Go for 20.
I will hit you when we get back to the offices.
Yo, no. Work from home forever for me.
Snelk looks at you and is like, yes. Well, maybe this once. Since you are going to go deal with the moist cavern.
That seems like
moist cavern.
Seems like an agreeable offer.
It is delightful. Thank you, Snell.
Moist caverns sound good for the complexion.
It is very the cabin is very damp.
You know what? It's not the worst thing we've dealt with in the past 48 hours. I'll take it.
That's
Mr.
for
Thorgrim,
sure.
Either you're getting up and coming with us now, or we're leaving you here.
He's unconscious.
All right.
Okay, let's go.
Good talk, Thorgrim.
You'll find us.
All right. Well, you are led around back.
Yes, the back.
And out behind this place, there is a small shack, basically. It's not in a very large place. Wooden walls, basic stone foundation. And you can see it has a bunch of windows, but they all look boarded up. There is a kind of a torch flickering on the front of the place that is still emitting some light. The thing that's immediately noticeable is that even as you get close to the front door, you can see from underneath the front door, there's like a puddle of goo.
Go on, if you would be a dear.
Taste it. What flavor is it, Lauren?
You tell me, Shensen. And what did you need, Ilana?
Maybe a little light, see what we're working with.
All right. Clap my hands, go bam, pizzazz, and light springs forth, and I put it on the staff, which I assume Grizz is still just chilling with us on the skull. I put light on the skull so he can be our beacon.
Our headlight.
All right. Well, you now
shiny.
are emitting.
I'm dead.
You are now emitting light. Let me. Once you're left, after a moment or so, the Kobold Snelk is like, "Well, there it is. Good luck." And then he goes back inside and he closes the door, but he leaves it open just a crack so you can see his eyes staring. And then he closes the door.
All right, Roark. You know how to deal with this, right? You'll be number 1. Shen will be number 2.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're dealing with.
We're dealing with
I
slimes.
rub my hands together and hello, Mr. Grisfell. I rub my hands together and cast prestidigitation to see what I can do with the door.
So, 2 things. First of all, Grisfell pops out of the skull and is like, "Man, I was in that thing forever. Whew, it's good to stretch my legs."
Ghost.
That doesn't make sense.
He's like, "What? It gets cramped in there. It's tiny. I don't have a lot of space inside my own skull."
Itty bitty living space. All right.
Well,
I mean,
welcome to
you
the
know,
party.
When I was able to inhabit my whole body, it was kind of roomy, but the skull is really small. Never realized that. You got small heads. Anyway,
Go
what's
ahead.
going on?
We are trying to find lodging, but the unreasonable one that ran away from us recently gave us this crappy accommodation, and to have it for free, we must clear out the slimes that live within it.
Slimes?
Nothing a little magic can't handle. Hopefully.
Meanwhile, Ilana, you cast Prestidigitation, and you vacuum up some of the slime right around the front of the door, and as you do so, more kind of seeps out from underneath.
Ew.
All right, let's get to work then. This is
Well,
unlimited.
Is this a natural kind of slime or something else?
Do you have nature or occult?
Ooh, I've got a
I
cult.
do.
I'll give that the occultism eye.
I will.
Nature.
I don't need to. I just saw James roll a freaking natural 20. I'm like, I'm fine.
Okay. No,
He's
yeah,
got it figured
you
out.
roll a natural 20 and I rolled 10.
That's like half as worse.
Yeah, that's I mean, that's a number. So Ilana, you look at this and you're like, that's weird. Does slime occur in this large a quantity? You're not sure. Shensen, you know that it does occur in this amount of quantity, but that's usually indicative of there being gross slime creatures in the vicinity.
So can I tell if the slime itself is a creature or if it is an exution from a slimy creature that does not maybe it's a monster that sweats actual slime monsters. Is it one of those?
It could be.
And what flavor is it? We still don't know that.
Well, you don't know what flavor it is, but you could go and give it a taste. You're pretty sure this isn't a creature that's oozing out from underneath the door, but it could be, like the leavings of an ooze creature.
Ew. Huh.
Well, the best thing we can probably do is to take a step back, open it up, and just
But
go
before
ahead.
we open the doors, I recommend we scout the perimeter of the building.
That's
See
not a
what we
bad
can
idea.
find. So, come, Shensen. I believe you can come with me on this as we investigate around.
I watched as Lauren steps
Bad
into
rock.
the I watched as Lauren steps into the part of the map that has like not defined squares. Is he like sinking into like mud and sludge?
Oh no! I just go to the void.
This clips.
Jason's looking at something intently. We're gonna die.
No, I just realized I didn't put my
Put your what? You muted yourself one more time. Jason, you've muted yourself. Press your Discord button there. I think you actually pressed your thing. Jason, you're still muted.
Hey, son.
We can't
Jason.
hear you. He's taunting us.
He's trying to speak. He's in the void. He doesn't know what's going on. Someone type in Discord.
Oh no.
Is he not able to can not hear us too?
Oh no.
Here, I'll type to him. He's to the void. There you go.
Oh my god. Okay,
Yeah,
what did
yeah.
I do?
You were doing your keys for Roll20, but that also will still resonate for your keybind for Discord.
Awesome.
We saw you just talking into the void, right? Jason!
I was just assuming that you were telling us about the Vorpal scimitar that we just found, so I already added that to my character sheet.
The worst part was I couldn't hear you either. So
Yeah.
it was just like, where did everybody go?
You weren't suspicious that like we were suddenly very quiet and like
Yeah,
intent?
I gotta be honest. I'm kind of surprised we made it to session 9 without that happening.
It's pretty
you know.
impressive.
Yeah, no,
I don't know,
kudos to us for not.
Yay,
throwing it up
professionals!
Yeah, that's right.
Yay!
Yeah. All right. So
Took a
sorry
week
about
break,
that.
we forgot how to game.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I realized I hadn't put down one of my clipping lines, and apparently that muted me. That's weird. So anyway, it appears that folks are fanning out to look around the place. I didn't hear anything after kind of.
Yeah, so
talking-
basically, I don't know if you have like around the thing set up. So basically, I'm just looking around the building to see if there's anything like there's like a window I can peek through. There's like something else I can look at.
Well, so you look over on the sides, and anywhere the light goes in, that means that the window isn't boarded up and you can see inside.
Okay. So
But if the light doesn't go inside, you can't see inside because the window is all boarded up.
okay. So just to make sure it's okay with you, is it okay if I move my token around?
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
okay.
that's fine. Yeah, you're all good.
And what is he walking on where it doesn't look like it has, it looks like it's got grit.
So that is, it's not grass really. It's more like moss,
What color?
greenish brown.
Okay,
Is it
that's
soft
that
moss?
seems
Yeah, it's pretty soft. And there's like broad patches of it. There are areas where it's just kind of stone underneath.
I'm just
here
going
to
to my
report. There's a
commercial.
back door.
ooh. Was there
Is there a way to
sludge?
scan?
Looks like there's one right here.
Hold up. Let me go check. Do I see sludge at the back door?
Yes, there is kind of goo coming out from underneath.
I
the
come
back
back. Yes, there's sludge.
What flavor?
All right, let me go check. All right, I come in. I like the sludge. What does it taste like?
Oh yeah.
door. Give me a fortitude save.
Fortitude save and a reroll. Fortitude save and it's a 15.
Yeah, bet far for me to heal you.
Just a little
Yeah,
nibble.
I mean, it's pretty bitter and acidic. Take a point of acid damage and you
Ow.
are sickened.
It's some information though.
Okay, I come back. Hey guys, I took a point of acid damage and I'm sickened 1. It sucks.
Is that a light?
The flavor is
What's
pain.
in that window?
Oh,
yeah,
I
there's
can
no-
sit through the window. We look inside the window.
Oh, I
So-
see chairs.
So you look inside and you're able to see what looks to be like the end of a table. There's a chair. It looks like living accommodations. However, it also looks like there's a good 6 inches of slime and goo on the floor. And that slime and goo is coating the tables and stuff as well. Yeah, it's a mess in there.
Well,
So
there's
there-
no use sitting around. We might as well just get cleaning.
Yeah, the two of us can do prestidigitation at least. Can you? Is just you and I, right, Ilana?
You stand at one door, I stand at the other. We open the doors and just presto our way to the center.
That sounds good. I'll go
And
around
I'll-
back.
Lauren,
and
you're
I'll
the
look-
light, so come with me.
I don't want to.
I didn't go with Shensen. I guess I'm staying here.
Yeah.
I want to look at the safety of the window.
Yeah.
Ah,
I am
Come on,
still-
Grisfield.
I'm kind of tired and just want to go inside. We'll figure out the safety when we get in there.
No, I'll
alright.
I'll open the door, Maryssa.
Grizz is kind of dragged along whenever
Yep.
you move. He kind of just
When I move, you move, just like that. All right, let's go,
Yeah.
Grisfield.
All right, so
Uh,
you're gonna open up doors.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out this alchemist fire that we got a while back. Someone
Oh.
else might have one if they have one, and I'm gonna raise my shield as I open the door. My buckler.
All right, yeah, you raise up your shield as you open up the
Okay.
door.
And maybe if I'm not
And-
zooming out, it'll look like this, and it gets all distorted. But we can keep it there.
And you're gonna open up the back door as well.
Yeah.
All right.
It is dark. I'm going to cast Snancing Lights as well, just to
Yay!
bring in the whole room.
Sure. I'll just have those orbiting around you so that you can control them. That means I'm just gonna create light on you, just to make life simple.
We'll make it easy. They'll be colorful. They'll be like pink and green and blue. Oh, that's much better. Pardon me, Roark.
All right, so you push open these doors, and the moment you do so, ooze just kind of it's like opening up the door and allowing a 6-inch tidal wave of pudding out. It just kind of
Oh,
flows
Ugh.
out.
Ugh.
I do the
Um,
high
I
step, like yeah.
and,
I'm waiting.
yeah.
Let's
So
get to work. Lots of
Yeah.
presto.
So it doesn't look like the ooze is particularly acidic or anything like that. It's not like your boots are smoking or anything like that. It's just gross. It's just like piles and piles of slime that's just built up
Is
over
this-
time.
Something I'm going to want on my bare feet.
Well, you sweet well
well,
enough.
I got news for you. It's too late. Where you're standing right now, it's already on your feet.
It's all in your halfling
Goblin.
hairs.
Exactly. Oh, this is not going to be a fun time, but I'm very tired.
Grisfell is
burning?
like, this is one of those few situations where I'm glad I don't have a body anymore. That's gross.
Well,
It's
just
not
imagine
nice for
if we all died here randomly and your skull was left in the slime for all eternity.
Oh, don't drop my skull in the slime. That's nasty.
Well, very much that it is. I begin vacuuming
also-
up with the magics.
Yep.
All right.
Start.
All the prestidigitation, maybe a little bit of perception.
I can just imagine
All right.
like Shensen points her sword down to the ground and starts like prestidigitation, so it's like a vacuum, just, just the entire time.
So you begin to clean up the slime, and as you do so, because it's just like a coating in here that like goes up the walls and is coating the tables and stuff. As you vacuum it up, some of it starts sliding down, and the floor begins to get less filled with ooze and goo. But as you do so, something, well, a little peculiar happens. And
I'm
that
sure it
peculiar
does.
thing is that there are some piles of ooze that do not move toward you as you begin vacuuming up. At least they don't move until you've vacuumed up a fair amount of ooze. And then they suddenly start quivering and surging toward you.
Uh-oh.
It's gyrating. Beware of its dancing moves.
Ew.
There's one beside you, Shen. Vacuum
You
it up
should come
quick.
in here so I can see it.
And
I mean, you can see it. I see it. Here, there we go. Make life easier.
That's more like it.
Grizz is like, don't die in here, please.
I'll try not to.
And at that, we are going to need some initiative.
Uh-oh. Well, it was nice. Remember to click your token and then initiative.
16. Do I want that to be better?
I
Yep, it
got
already is.
a natural 1. Of course I did. Of course I did.
I need maybe a knowledge nature now that I'm seeing not just slime, but an actual being to figure out what they are.
Well, when it comes around to your turn, if you'd like to spend an action, you can give that a shot. But until you have automatic knowledge, that's going to take you an action.
All right.
All right. I think I've got a 14. Lauren, Shensen, which one of you wants to go first?
Lauren
Shoot.
does.
I was going to give it to you, actually, so you can hit that thing first.
All right. I'll go first then.
So, to be clear, I was just determining which one of you was going first because you have a tie.
Yeah.
But you are not actually the first to go. That would be Ilana.
Oh, hello there.
Yeah.
Hello.
All right, so I am going to use an action to figure out what these things are.
All right.
Knowledge, please. 19, now that I'm looking at it with some light.
So you are pretty sure that these things are sewer oozes? They're pretty common in subterranean environments. These are just like filth oozes that are usually made from like decomposing matter. With that check, you know that as oozes, they're generally kind of immune to like acid and critical hits and precision.
Fire.
But
No.
That probably works just fine.
do they have weaknesses to fire or electricity?
You're not sure, but you know that acid is not going to work.
Okay, he didn't just tell me the information.
I do have 2 more actions in this marvelous fire cantrip. So, how don't we produce some flame?
All right.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
You have 3 points, by the way.
I do have 3 points, and I really would like to hit these so I can go to sleep.
So that is a hit.
What's a hit?
Oh, okay.
Well, my
same
point was
roll
using it
anyway.
exactly the same, so.
I mean, you rolled the same thing anyway.
Slightly
So,
better
you know,
damage.
yeah, always slightly better damage. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so
Right.
7 points of fire damage. Your glob of flame goes soaring across the room, slamming into the pile of goo, and it burns and scorches, emitting an incredibly foul-smelling smoke that kind of lingers in the air. But this thing is still moving, and that was Ilana's turn. Unfortunately, they go now. The first thing the ooze is going to do.
It's going to wiggle and be gross to look at.
No. It is going to, this ooze right here is going to emit it just kind of spasms, and unleashes a wave of ooze and filth that goes slamming into Roark and Ilana. Now, the one in the back room does this as well. So, but because they're in different rooms and the door is mostly closed, each half is only going to be hit by one effect. Fortunately, so
Yay!
Lucky you. But in this case, I'm going to need everyone to make a reflex save.
I suppose.
Huh.
21.
17.
I got an 8.
26.
Roark, prepared.
All right. Well, everyone. Let's see.
Let me just shoot myself in the foot real quick with a reroll. Let's make it worse.
Oh, yeah,
Let's
there
make it
you
a
go.
critical. I got an 18.
All right. Well, in that case, this wave of ooze and filth goes washing over all of you. However, you all managed to dodge aside.
Yay!
Hooray!
You all managed to avoid it. With its second action, this ooze here in the front room is going to slither forward, and with its third and final action, it is going to strike out with a pseudopod at Roark.
I need to know, does it leave a trail of ooze behind it as it slithers towards us?
Well, kind of, but I mean, the whole room is so filled with goo and slime that it's kind of hard to tell. An attack roll of 1 is certainly going to miss, but I'm going to go ahead and burn one of those villain points because I got 3 of them.
Yeah, use them up.
Well, yeah.
Oh no! Ah,
Still misses. Yeah. Curses. All right. The ooze in the back room has Shensen right next to it. It is going to strike out with a pseudopod. Let's go ahead and resolve that.
Yeah, for real
That is-
strikeout.
A 1 again.
Yeah.
I am going to burn a villain point again.
No.
Yes.
What?
No.
That's a hit.
24 is going to hit. Take 3 points of bludgeoning and 3 points of acid damage.
Chad gave you
Hey.
another.
Thank
We give-
you, Creative First. I saw
Yeah,
that.
you're
Yeah.
welcome.
Ow.
Back
Shame.
on
You didn't tell me these things burned.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
I did. In fact, I did.
With its third attack, it's going to swipe at Shensen again, but it's going to miss. And then finally, the third of these things
Oh, no.
I could just barely see it.
I know. It's like slimy toes are sticking out.
is going to come sliming up out of the back room, but that is all it manages to do. It spends its entire turn moving.
I did
So-
not. 6 feet back, please.
No, it's fine. All right, it slithers like right under the table. All right, that is the ooze's turn. Roark, it is your turn to act. What do you got for me?
I know. I'm just gonna do something foolish and splash this alchemist fire right in front of me.
All right. So you're going to throw it right at the one right in front of you?
Yeah, the one that attacked it at me. So that's a 24 to hit. That's 4 fire damage.
All right, that is
Um,
certainly going to hit.
and 1 persistent fire damage. But unfortunately, I'm sorry, Maryssa, but all of us are taking, and that other second ooze is taking 1 splash damage of fire. So take a point of that.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
It's just the one, and I had this thing in my hand, and I had to use it.
Was that enough?
It's fine now.
Was that enough to earn a demerit?
Your group has
Possibly.
demerits now?
I'm assuming.
Fire. Quite literally.
I'm gonna put this little. We'll put that on there to remind me that it's on fire. All right.
Yeah.
Bet that
it
smells
does
awful.
appear to be burning. That does
good.
appear to have an effect.
Ah, gross.
So
I'm gonna-
Oh, this is
You
disgusting.
got the alchemist fire. You threw the alchemist fire. What do you got left?
Well, I had it out already, so
Oh, all
I
right.
chucked it,
Okay.
and then I draw my short sword as my second action, and then I attack with it.
All right. Great. Go right ahead.
17 to hit for 3 slashing or piercing damage.
That is going to hit. So it'll take the 3 points of damage. It looks wounded, but it's still coherent. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell how hurt these things are. They're just piles of goo. Filthy, gross goo. And, like, they're clearly made out of, like, the remains of food and scraps of, like, bone. And they also look like they're made out of, like, the rotted decay of a carpet that was once in this room. And
Aww.
It's like my last apartment. It's
Ah.
terrible.
You know what? I think after this, I'm going to charge our host.
Yeah. Kind of let this place go, it looks like.
well, I mean, he's probably going to charge you extra for damaging the rug. All right,
Brow bones.
Lorne, it is your turn.
Excellent. I will cast Electric Arc upon the slime in front of me. Good luck, slime! Has to make a reflex save of an 18.
Oh boy.
Oh, slimes are great at reflex saves. Ha.
Well,
Fail Electric Arc!
looks like I'm taking double damage on that. All right, that's a
I have
critical fail.
found the weakness! Sucking
wait.
grass for everyone!
Wait, I'm back up to full-on villain points, so I might as well reroll that.
No.
Oh, did
Ha!
it.
You still failed!
Yeah, but it's not a critical failure, and that's the key, is that I only take half damage.
Darn it.
Or, sorry, I only take full damage instead of double damage.
Darn it.
All right. So, thanks, chat. You all are swell.
Oh.
Chad also mentions immune to crits. I don't think it would take the doubles.
It's immune to critical hits. I don't know that it's immune to critical failures. I don't know. That's an interesting point of clarification. I should probably figure out. But that's for another time.
That's another
let's
day
move on.
for
Yeah.
tomorrow, Jason.
Yeah. No,
That's
I
for work, Jason, not play, Jason.
that occurred to me as well. But you know what? I didn't feel like critical failing, so it's fine. All right. Let's see. Lauren, you still have one action remaining.
I'll cast shield
All right. Very
because
good.
I'm selfish and don't help my team.
You, that makes sense. Shensen, it is up to you.
All right, so it looks like this door just south is ajar.
Yeah, it's ajar, but it's not fully open.
So they can hear me singing is the point, right?
Oh, yeah.
'Cause I'm gonna-
undoubtedly, yeah.
All right, I'm going to inspire Courage on everybody.
Curious.
Nice.
Cheerios. And then I'm going to stabilize that slimy slime next to me.
Stabilize. You're going to cast Stabilize on me?
Yep. Stabilation. It's an 18 for 8 points of slashing damage.
That is going to hit. What are you wielding? A scimitar?
Scimitar.
Yeah, slices into the ooze. As it does so, it's like breaking the skin on top of a overcooked pudding, and it just kind of
Ew.
spills goo everywhere. But it is
Ugh.
still up and fighting.
Like creme brulee.
I'm going to take one more shot at it then. So this one is at a -4. Oh, that's only a 17. That's another hit.
That is still going to hit. As it turns out, it's not much of one for dodging. All right, so that's another
So
7
that's-
points of damage.
It's 8 because it's a forceful scimitar.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Fair enough. All right. Yeah, you slice, reverse, and slice again, and it's spilling goo and like bits of rotten vegetable from the kitchen are spilling all over you, but it is still up and fighting. Ilana, it is back to you, top of the order. What do you got for me?
All right, this one directly in front of me, it looks like it needs a little bit of flame in it.
Does it
18 to hit.
It's the one right in front of you?
Directly in front of me, yes.
All right. 18 is certainly going to hit, so it'll take that 7 points of damage. Yeah.
I only have one action left, and I don't have any spells. It only will take one action to whack it with the staff, wouldn't it? Would that do anything?
If you get your staff out.
Well, I mean, you can try.
Walking staff, I always have it out.
Yeah, staff team, go.
Whack it! For 1 damage.
Even with your penalty, that does still hit, but it only does 1 point of damage. However, that does seem to affect it. I mean, you hit it, and it kind of slam into it.
What was that sound effect?
I do need to know, though, are those bones we're seeing peeking out happen to be drow bones?
It's hard to say. They may just be fish bones. They're not very big.
May. I won't trust until I can confirm, but I have nothing else I can do at the moment.
Yeah. All right. That is the end of Ilana's turn. The oozes are going to go and get ready for a flurry of bad attacks. So, the one directly in front of Roark is going to swing at you with a pseudopod. Here it comes.
Slurp.
That is definitely going to miss, but it will try again and fail again. But it's an ooze and doesn't have tactics, so it'll go again and miss a third time. The ooze in front of Ilana is going to lash out with a pseudopod. Armor class 20.
What?
Does that hit?
Definitely. Oh dear.
All right. Take 5 points of bludgeoning damage and 1 point of acid damage. It will then swing at you a second time.
No,
Armor
thank you.
class 15, I'm going to wager, is going to miss.
It will miss.
And we'll go for the third time, but that's armor class 18?
Wow.
What? Okay, yeah, that does hit.
Wow.
Take another 3 bludgeoning and 3 acid damage.
How rude. So 6 total?
It's like-
Oh, Lord. Okay. I'm feeling a 13 out of 26 right now.
All right, the ooze in the back is going to swing out at Shensen. Its pseudopod lashing forward. 15 isn't going to do it, I don't think.
No way.
And then we'll try again. Armor class 21?
Yeah, that will. I dodged right into that one.
Yeah, you dodge one pseudopod and the other one's lashing out at you already and catches you in the side for 5
Got my
bludgeoning
mouth.
and 1 point of acid damage. The oozes don't appear to have anything in the terms of really complex tactics. They just kind of rush forward and attack, and they are all done. Roark, it's up to you.
Alrighty. I will continue. Oh, did he take his burn damage, Mr. Ooze in front of me?
All right, yeah, he can take his burn damage. Let me go ahead and check that.
Let's see if it goes out.
Yep, let me do the flat check. No, it did not. It is still on fire.
Aha! Then I will make a series of attacks.
Very good.
12 to hit
That hits.
for 5 total.
The ooze, this ooze looks pretty beat up, but it is still up and fighting. Every time you hit it, it like burps and belches out ooze and gases.
And
I don't like it. Oh, that is a noise.
it is weird. That should be 7 points. I don't know why I didn't add that extra 1. But 21 to hit on that second attack.
So Jason, so after this, you're gonna go contact Dan so we can get some Sirenscape ooze sounds.
The official ooze sound pack.
It's just ooze pack. That's it.
It's just a whole bunch of me going.
Please no. You have to pay us to have that. Just no.
I love this new microphone. It gives me a full range of gross
You're
sound.
welcome.
I'm going to attack a third and final time.
By all means, do so.
Though, that is only a 9.
You do have
to hit.
3 hero points.
Should I reroll it? Well, why not? I'll reroll it.
And you got the
Well,
bard going in there, right?
About to tell you that hits.
Oh, it does it?
Wait,
Yeah.
is that that's his second attack, right? Or third attack? So the
Oh,
minus
yeah, I don't have a third attack. Yeah, I don't have a third macro attack macro program in, so that's minus an additional 4, so it is 9 total.
That will hit.
It's not adding my weird
well,
modifier.
never mind, then I'll
Terrific.
give you a
Then-
bigger point.
Then, yeah, terrific. 4 points of damage.
I will hit you.
Yeah. Go ahead. Try with social distancing.
That's what makes it dangerous.
Are you gonna nail me a punch?
Yeah, I think that's a thing, actually.
I just open up the box and a glove comes out.
It's like,
That is
does
a
it come
thing.
with like a cartoon sound effect?
Oh, I don't get like a
One more
spraying
thing.
and a boxing glove.
All right. That was Roark's turn. Lorne, it is up to you.
Oh, good. I'm so glad we could have this talk with each other. I will stand here and use my reach ability to. I swear. I will now do my extended reach spell and do shocking grasp at the slime in front of Shensen. If it'll happen. There it goes.
Ah, that's not bad.
No,
Don't forget the
bad
bar
at
bonus
all.
in there.
It would have definitely. I mean, I think I'm still sick, and I'm not quite sure. But regardless, I'm going to hit that thing regardless. So
Oh yeah, no,
And
that's going to
it's
hit
been
it very
crits.
clearly. Your electricity goes arcing out to it, and you see it dance through the like pockets and bubbles of filth, and you see them like pop and burn, and like bubbles
Oh.
burst open, and this
Ugh.
gross smelling.
what does
steam
it sound
comes out
like,
of it.
Jason? Ugh.
Smell.
However, it's still alive.
just die.
Oh boy, you need
still
some.
have one action.
No, it's all my actions. It's one action to do my reach spell, and then 2
Oh,
actions to do
that's
shocking
right,
grasp. So my turn's done.
Grisfell is like, this is one of those times where I'm pretty sure I don't have any sense of smell anymore. It's like, is that he kind of leans forward, Shensen, and he's like, does that smell as bad as I think it does?
It's what's the worst thing you smelled? Don't worry, this is worse.
My own dying body.
Yeah, this is. That got dark.
Yeah, sure did.
It's brutal.
Well, this smells worse, but with less like final depression. I
Oh,
guess.
wow.
I thought we were gonna get some tragic backstory. It's like, what's the worst thing you ever saw? Like my dead village and all my family. Like, good God! All right, sorry.
He's like,
I
no,
will.
It's the slumber party episode.
he's like, when you die, everything goes. If you know what I mean, it's really bad.
Everything.
I hope to never find that out. I will be
Shensen,
immortal.
it's your turn.
I am going to re-up my bard music and
All right.
then stab that smelly, gross affront in front of me. That's a 24 for 8 points of damage. Is that how slime says, "Thou hast slain me"?
That's right. That is a dead slime. You have
Oh.
killed it.
Can
As your scimitar slashes through it, it just kind of bursts like you stabbed an overfull Ziploc bag filled with rotten cottage cheese.
Oh.
That's beautiful. I'm going to try to Kool-Aid through that door. Oh, yeah! Oh, no, there's more in here!
Great description.
What did you do?
I'm done.
All right. Well, let's see here.
I believe in you.
Shensen, you
do
could
that.
use
All right.
actions to clean.
There's no point cleaning when these things are still around, grease sweating all over the floor.
You are all marvelous with the descriptions today.
Well, we do what we can. All right. So that is Shensen's turn. Ilana, back to you. Top of the order.
Back to fire, I guess, right in front of me.
All right.
When
You
it feels like it.
Unleash more flame.
Unleashing much more flame.
that is certainly going to hit. The fire scorches the ooze, emitting more of the greasy black smoke. But that did look like it hurt it. It is still up and fighting, though. You still have one action left.
It's a good thing I still have the staff in my other hand.
Yes.
Another one. Damn
It's like you're just laying the staff on top and letting gravity kind of gently hurt it.
Just drop it.
You're like popping its gross oil-filled bubbles.
Uh,
You get
Don't forget the +1 damage from Bard.
oh yeah, that's true. +1 from Bard.
It's like popping oily, oozy bubble wrap.
I'm like poking it, trying to get it to back up and gack away from me.
Unfortunately, they now go. All right. The ooze that is directly in front of Roark is going to lash out with pseudopods once, twice, thrice. Let's see how they work out. The first one is armor class 20.
That one will hit me.
Takes 6 points of bludgeoning damage and 4 points of acid damage. The second swing comes in, but is only an 11, is going to come up short. The third tries to back it up, but comes up as a 0, which I think is going to miss. Let's move on to the one in front of Ilana. It is going to lash out at you with a pseudopod. Its greasy tendril gets a 26. Not a crit, I'm assuming.
Nope.
No.
All right. Take 3 points of bludgeoning and 2 points of acid damage. It will swing again. That's going to definitely come up short, but we'll try a third time as well. Its second and third attacks are ineffectual, but that first one managed to connect and send you reeling. The oozes have now taken their turn. This ooze, however, is still on fire and is going to take its persistent fire damage. And we're going to go ahead and roll the flat check to see if that comes to an end. It does not. All right. That's it for my oozes. They are still making an ungodly mess. They are still going... Blah.
Gross.
Oh.
Roark, it's your turn.
Slash away.
Ooh.
It's weirdly not adding the 1. I don't know why.
I think it matters.
I'm
I think
rolling
we'll
a
hit it
3.
no matter what.
No worries.
No, I'm at +1 to damage.
I got you covered. So your short sword is going to lash out at it and slice through its oily skin. However, it is still up and fighting, just barely. Looks like it's almost lost cohesion. It's like Jello that hasn't quite set.
Ah! I'm just slashing away with this +1 short sword. That is a 10 for 6 points of damage.
And with that, it finally loses all of its cohesion and bursts into an oily residue that flows past your feet and out the front door.
Oh,
That one has been defeated.
Ugh.
I'm taking this third attack to the one in front of Ilana.
please.
Well, a natural
Too bad
20
I can't critical.
is an automatic hit, but there is no crits against these things. I'll go ahead and take the 5 points of damage, though. You slash into that one. It is wounded, but still up and fighting.
And that's all my turns.
End of Roark's turn. Lorne. What do you got for me, Lorne?
I should point at the thing, and then basically go, "How can this thing a blah?" And I basically cast electric arc.
What was that?
What?
Yeah, what?
Say that a little slower. Was
That's
that
my
hot
magic
rock,
incantation.
a
It's
chocolate
and that's how it goes.
All right.
I'm going to critically fail.
Hooray!
I think after reading through some folks in chat, they're pretty sure that I'm going to go ahead and reroll that. That's fine. I don't want to crit. There we go. All right.
Why you gotta be like that?
Well, I got to burn those points. People keep giving them to me, so I'm going to use them. Let's see, 7 points of damage. The electricity slams into the creature. It boils and bubbles a bit, but it is still coherent. Lorne, that is the end of your turn. Shensen, what do you got for me?
I will acrobatically double flip up onto the table and go over to stab that thing.
All right.
I'm not going to even bother singing. This thing isn't worth singing. It's too nasty. So 14 for 7 points of slashing.
A 14 will hit, and it'll take the 7 points. And your scimitar slices through it and almost bisects it. Almost. It's still coherent.
My third action is to stabilize it again with a 11.
And following it up, your scimitar finishes the cut, and the thing finally bursts.
I whip my scimitar to the side like, the samurai sword to just, instead of flicking off blood, it's like bits of carpet and like old chicken bones and like rancid tapioca pudding.
So yeah, you shake off your blade, and it just like this line of goo slams into the wall from your blade. It's
a resounding slap as it hits the wall.
Yeah, basically.
I'm going to immediately start turning on the prestidigitation hose and just keep it going.
Let's do what we came to do.
Yep.
So, you begin to vacuum up the oozes, and I'll go ahead and remove the bodies from the map here. And as you are making your way through this place, you eventually find yourself in this back room, which looks like some sort of bedroom or bedchamber. And most disturbingly, there is a hole in the floor that descends down into darkness. And that is where we're going to take a brief break, everybody. So we're going to take a 5 or 10 minute break here. We're just going to, go freshen ourselves up and get ready for the second half of this thrillingly moist, damp adventure.
Ugh.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back. Before we get going, I think some folks want to toss a kudos out.
Yes, I'd like to say thank you to the folks over at Critical Hit Cookies for making an incredibly awesome thing to where you can buy your very own Band of Bravos themed cookies, which I'll put a link over to their website right now. And I think not all of them, well, they're at, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'll put one there myself. We have double linkage. You can go get, I think right now, Roark's Panache cookies, all available right now. And I think Shensen has cookies now. So basically, I think it's right now, Ilana, Roark, and Shensen currently have cookies. And me and Jason are just the pressed.
I'm not sure I want to taste what my cookie would taste like. It
would taste like evil.
This campaign,
you know what it would taste like, Jason?
Especially after this session, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you've used like rotting snakes and sewer oozes and yugs and
no, I'm not sure it's a good idea.
Yeah, so
double brownies is what you're gonna get.
So what we wanted to do is give them at least a shout out. It is criticalhitcookies.com. So if you're on YouTube and stuff, if you ever want to give them a try, have great cookies, everything else. They also sent our warehouse a whole bunch of cookies at one time. So we'd like to say thank you again to them. Like, I think we already said thank you, but I at least want to give them another thank you for that, which is it's absolutely awesome. They've been great sports with everything. So why don't you at least give a shout out, Maryssa? You just got another hero point. And
oh, well, thank you.
Sorry for the insert, but we were staring at this weird room with a giant hole in it.
Did it remind you of a cookie?
It didn't remind me of a cookie, but it's to the point of there's a hole and I'm scared.
That's fair. So, yeah.
Well, that's like the cookie being afraid of your mouth. I get it.
We are. Our tokens are round shape and cookie shape.
We are.
That's fair. So, Grisfell obviously is still around, and as you approach this hole, he's like, "Look at that."
Yeah, I see it, Grisfell. I'm glad for your excellent commentary.
I'm glad I could help.
No problem. I look at the chest that's to the side of me, and I just try to casually open it when I'm to the side of it.
Okay. Well, you reach over and kind of and open it up, and first of all, the ooze has clearly gotten in here because inside is just like it's like a bucket of pudding, and it looks like there was like clothes in here, but they're pretty ruined.
I slowly close the chest and I shove it in the hole.
How long till we hear it hit the bottom?
It goes quite a ways down.
I just hear the Acme Incorporated. And just hear nothing.
Windhelm scream.
I do have that.
So, I mean, it goes down the hole, and it doesn't go that far. You actually hear it go down about, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 feet or so. It doesn't fall that far. Before crashing down into something.
Is it something that goes? Like,
well, I mean, it does crash, and then you hear it tumble and fall. Like, it makes quite a clatter. Like, it doesn't just land and crash on a thing. It actually lands, crashes, and like rolls some distance.
I'm gonna send one of my lights down the hole just so I can maybe see
Yeah,
how far
same.
we can see down the hole.
Yeah, so I basically.
'Cause I can send them
But we could always light up something like a rock or something and throw it down there. That's what
Well,
you
that's
mean.
what the dancing lights are for. I can send them like 100 feet.
Oh yeah, that could work.
You focus and send a dancing light down the hole. It goes down about 20, 30 feet, and it's clear that down there it opens up into a larger space. It's not just a pit. It actually looks like a tunnel that goes somewhere.
Well,
But
that
you
is something I don't
but-
want to deal with till the morning.
but you can't really tell from this angle.
so does this pit look like the type of thing that would like? Is it a sinkhole or is it like a gopher hole? As in, like, did something fall in or did something dig its way up? Or is it just a hole?
It's kind of hard to tell. The wood around it looks burned as if by acid.
Ah. Do the walls of the pit look burned or?
Here and there. The whole place looks like it's been acid damaged to some extent.
Well, I'm gonna still clean up around here with the prestidigitation slur.
Sure. Yeah, you can go around and vacuum up all the ooze. That's not too much trouble.
I'm trying not to think about,
Kind of close the door and pretend we didn't notice it for now.
and I'm trying not to think of where all this stuff I'm cleaning up, where it actually goes.
Somewhere in some magical realm, there's just blah, blah,
As long as it's not into the future, because if it's in the future, ugh.
blah. Yeah, upon
That's a
your
problem for tomorrow, us.
Yeah.
that's fair. Yeah. All right. So you're able to go around and kind of vacuum clean up all the ooze. That's no problem.
Is the
I
bed?
for one would love a night.
I don't know if I want to sleep in like haunted ooze shack though. That hole is, there's all sorts of things going to come out of that hole.
I say we
Well,
bar the door. Come here, Grisfeld. We need to like close the door, grab the chair, and prop it up in some way to kind of like block the door or something. And,
Shouldn't we lower a wizard down in the hole to check it out?
I will hit you. So basically,
morning.
as we, block the door, lock it away, and then I come over to this corner, make sure it is as least damp as possible, and then sit down and go, good night, and then I try to fall asleep.
Huh.
Oh, it
Well,
actually closed.
The door's moving. Is it a mimic?
Well, you said you closed the door, so I closed the door. What do you want?
Just jumpy.
Yeah, right.
I call dibs on the top of the table above the ooze.
Well, it's mostly gone. Lauren, lean your staff up against the door and Grisfeld can keep watch.
Fine, yeah, I'll go. I go to this corner under Grisfeld's token.
Move the chair as well.
Yeah,
so
and put the
you're-
chair there's like the bar in some way to where if someone tries to pull it open or push it, like it'll rattle the hell out of it, so we know what's going on.
Well,
Yeah,
you've
no
seen
worries.
all the movies. You put the door, like the chair up against the door, no one can get through that.
Yeah, it's foolproof.
Mr.
What's the-
Grisfeld, do you sleep?
He's like, do I sleep?
Do you
Yeah, let me
sleep?
close my eyelids. And he just sits there.
Mr.
I get it. He doesn't have eyelids. It's a
I don't-
joke.
Very helpful, Mr.
Yeah.
Grisfell. Would you
He's
mind
like-
keeping watch?
I don't know. You want to put my skull in a bag? Maybe then I'll get some shut eye.
I'm gonna take a villain point away from you. There, you now have none.
Grizz is like, yeah, I mean, I guess I can keep watch, but I mean, most people when they're asleep don't pay attention to me. So,
What's that? I was asleep.
Just,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just watch the hole.
Right. So
Well,
overall,
anything
yeah.
feels
I
like it's
can't-
coming out of it.
He looks at you and he says, I can't see the hole. You close the door.
You can just go through the door.
No,
still within
no,
your
I
range.
have to
You're a
stay within.
ghost.
I have to stay near the.
You
skull.
are within range of the skull if you go
We
through
prop
the
the
door.
staff by the door.
Keep it down over there. I'm trying to sleep on this table.
He's like, no, you don't understand. I can't go through the door. I need to be near the skull.
You are near the skull.
Yeah, on this side of the door.
You know what? Screw you. Just stay by the damn door.
All right. And he kind of sits down in the chair. He's like,
Thank
does
you,
he
Mr.
sit- what?
Greatsfield.
nice. This chair is. I'm sure this chair is really comfortable if I could feel it.
I'm sure it is. I go to sleep.
I like how we just assume this place is completely safe because that chair
Oh,
is
it's
in front
not.
of the
We didn't even
mysterious
lock the
fold of
front
the-
or we didn't even lock the front or back door. I'm just completely trusting.
Don't even care anymore. I just
Yeah,
want to
totally.
sleep.
If I-
and I would love some spells again.
If I die
before,
here,
Before we go to sleep, some of us got savaged by those oozes.
I have no heals for you.
I have.
Oh, I do have
Uh,
medicine, I suppose, if we want to trust that.
Ooh, I have. I'll throw around a couple of soothes. I've got. I don't know.
I
how
mean,
many-
us doing a super long rest is of that'll just take care of us, right?
well, yeah,
No.
not if, unless.
Well, you'll
So-
get a
It's
few
only
hit
like
points
2
back,
hit points.
but
Yeah.
it's
Do
your
we trust me doing a
it's your
medicine?
level times your con modifier, minimum 1.
All right, I've got 2 soothe spells. How many hit points do you got, Ilana, in work?
I'm feeling 8 out of 26.
Ilana gets that soothe, which gives you back 10 healing. And then Roark,
I'm only down 10.
then you get back
Pretty good.
less than 10. You get back 6.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
I appreciate it. I could do a medicine check.
I-
I'm very tired.
I would like
we
that
could try.
because I am at 10 hit points.
Well, let's see if I don't make it worse.
Yay! You didn't make it worse.
Woo!
That'll heal 2d8.
Marvelous. 6 more points?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
At least until the morning, and then I can give you a proper healing.
Yay.
And now I'm going to curl up on my little stool, which is probably perfectly fine for me, and sleep.
Oh, so cute.
All right, as you all begin to doze off, Lauren, you hear Grisfell go, "Hey, you asleep?"
Not anymore.
Mind if I ask you a question?
I don't think I have a choice in the matter, Grisfell.
I was wondering. I'm worried that the others don't like me.
We all like you, Mr. Grisfell. If we didn't
ya?
like you, we would have left you behind.
Aw, that's the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me.
That's depressing, Mr. Grisfell.
You'd be surprised. Most people aren't very friendly to necromancers.
No.
We're misunderstood.
I do believe that. I do believe
Yeah.
you're very misunderstood.
Yeah.
This is like a slumber party where everybody starts admitting all of their like deep secrets and asking all these
Does
questions.
she like me?
I mean,
have
you
a
know,
crush on
I don't have much to offer anymore other than my wit and charming personality. So, you know,
Maybe your
mean-
head through the door to watch the hole, Mr. Grisfell.
Hey, you're asleep.
He looks at you and he's like, shh.
She's having a bad nightmare. She's just
that'll
talking in
happen.
her sleep. It's nothing.
All right.
It's nothing. But it's to the point where I would love to hear your theories on the work you've been doing farther into the future. But as of right now, I definitely want to get you to a place where you might be happier, or maybe even find a solution on how to get you a new body.
A new body.
Of course, you were a necromancer. There must be some way in which to transfer your soul into an empty vessel.
Well, I mean, maybe, but that's some powerful magic. I mean, and I'm not going into no stinky zombie or nothing. That'd be awful.
Of course not. We can find you a fresh subject who is willing. Only if they're
That's
willing.
real nice.
We're not
That's real
we're
nice.
not monsters.
Hey, Lauren.
Stop.
Do you think I could be one of those, like, sexy vampires?
Oh, I can't say words on stream. I'm going to sleep.
Night, Lauren.
I can't say the words.
So you all get some rest.
Yay!
I've been laughing for like 5 minutes straight.
So you all get some rest, and you wake up in the morning, and Grisfell is nowhere to be seen.
What'd you do to
Wake up.
Grisfell, Lauren?
All right, he's fired. All right, see, everyone's good. Everyone's happy this morning.
Yeah, I slept pretty. I had this weird dream that
Don't care. I take out the door and just just move the chair. Now, it's to the point where you got a free lodging. Do we care about this hole?
yeah, the hole goes down to where the monsters live.
Do we have any
Have it
reason
for
to
at
go
least
down the
another
hole?
day.
There's like experiences to learn from down there. I bet.
Who here
I bet
has
if-
religion?
if-
I do.
Can you ask whatever thing you believe in if we should go down the hole?
Saren Ray doesn't like holes. She like
we don't
not-
go in the
well,
hole.
Let's see.
What?
I'm also not really trained in religion, so I'm like, yeah, it's the sun comes up, and when it goes down, you look forward to it coming back up. So
Well,
it's dark down there.
regardless, if we are going to make this our accommodations for the couple of free days we have, I guess we could go down the hole to make sure no more of these things come up and try to eat us.
I think I have some rope somewhere. Do I
So-
still
Oh, I've got
have
rope.
that?
I've got rope.
Excellent, Roark.
Oh yeah,
Ask
Rourke's always getting. Shouldn't we wait till like the very end of the session though to start lowering Rourke down into the hole for the proper cliffhanger?
That'll be when we're coming back up.
Oh, okay, that works.
I mean, it's the beginning of the day, and there's a knock at the door.
oh,
I
it's a
order
delivery.
any.
I'm gonna
No,
open the door.
We didn't order from
I have-
Grubhub.
You open up the door, and it's Snelk.
This place was a nasty, slimy, moist, dripping mess, but we sucked it all up, and look how clean it is now. And I step
I
aside.
see. He looks around. Oh, you have done very well. This is very nice. What happened to the rug?
There was no rug here when we got here, so I assume that the rug may have been. Maybe those drow absconded with it. They're tricky that way. Did you have a hole into like some sort of dank underworld in here? By the
A
way,
hole?
yeah.
No. No,
Come with
there's
me.
There's no hole. What are you talking
come-
about?
Come here. Come here.
The slimes came down from the hole.
He kind of gets
There's-
there and he's like, "What?
We didn't do it. We didn't do it.
My floor.
Yeah, we didn't do any of this. We found it like this. The slimes here ate through it.
Well, that's very dangerous. There's no
Indeed.
handrailing around that hole.
You have insurance, right?
He's like, no.
How did you... Okay. You're worried about OSHA violations with no insurance.
Well, there could be anything down there.
That there very much could. What are you going to do about it?
Including a chest of slimy clothes. Just saying, maybe.
He comes and hops up on top of the bed and kind of peers down the hole. You could go down there and make sure it's safe for me.
Oh, that sounds like a wonderful idea, but only if someone paid us.
Like money.
With currency or bartery type goods.
He's got this big wedge-shaped kobold head, and he's just kind of like his eyes, which are on either side, just kind of How about I include 2 more nights stay?
Roark!
Oh, free night stay in the haunted slime house?
Roark, I need your assistance on this one, please.
What do you need?
Shensen, I need to talk personally with Roark here. If you could.
Oh, go ahead. I
sign
keep
on.
secrets.
Okay,
I'll step next to this hole.
Excellent, safe place. Roark. I think this person's pretty much that of a charlatan, and I have no interest in doing things for free if we're going to put our necks on the line. What things do you think we could get out of him to go risk our lives in the hole instead of just getting a new place?
He's only an innkeep and a barkeep. I mean, I said a couple of nights of food and lodgings. I bet what he can give us.
I don't want
Free
booze.
Free booze. Free booze.
And
free
booze.
Drinks. Free drinks.
Free drinks,
Okay,
Lord.
how
Free
about
drinks.
I understand, but that stuff is on a time limit. I want an entire month worth of free lodging, food, and drink to risk
I
our
don't know if we're
lives.
gonna be
2
here for a
times
month.
so far.
I don't
He's-
know what would
he's-
really happen.
He's standing right near you, by the way.
I'm whispering.
Well,
I'm whispering
Well,
as if he can't understand
I'm
it.
going to put my arm around his shoulder and guide him away and go, Snell, answer this question. Did you ever see the drow leave?
Oh. No,
See him leave?
but did not come to check out, and the building was filled with slime.
Tell you what, Mr. Snell, we will go find them. They might have accidentally fallen down this hole, and imagine how that would go if they found out your guests fell down this hole.
That would be bad for business.
It'd be very, very bad business.
Yes,
And
it would.
I am a well-traveled
What will it take to make
halfling.
sure that you don't tell anyone about this?
I'm a very well-traveled halfling, and we like to trade favors, favor for favor. How about this? We will do this favor for you, and we will go find the drow and make sure they didn't fall down the hole.
No. Favors are not part of the equation, Ilana.
Come on, let me handle this.
No.
In return,
Here, how about this? Negotiate with him that we get entire months free for this place or a better lodging. And you said favors. Incorrect. So, month.
diplomacy.
And then, if he agrees to all this as well, we can throw in a free show on our part to help build our names up and make more revenue. We get 70% of the ticket sales.
Hold on, what do you think I was trying to do? Diplomacy needs nicer words. Favor's a very nice word.
I don't like nice words, Ilana.
What
They
is
never work.
what is old smelly man saying? I'm assuming you're talking in common.
Definitely. Maybe
Yeah.
dwarven, maybe halfling.
Like, can you
Depends.
talk Draconic in Underdark?
I can definitely
I-
not.
Not me. I'm just talking common to y'all.
To be clear,
I can-
Snelk speaks common. He's been
Okay,
talking to you
okay.
in common.
Okay. All right, Ilana. Now take it away.
Where were we talking about, Snelk? We were discussing about going and finding your missing drow.
That-
Not saying any words about it.
That it would be bad for business if
It'd be terrible
people
for
learned that
business.
my guests fell down holes and landed in slime.
So, you allow us to find the drow. We'll allow you to let us remain as guests, and we won't say anything. Will you say anything?
I will give you 2 weeks free stay.
That
Then-
sounds marvelous.
Greatly reduced rate.
How about we throw in a show
What
where
kind
you
of
get?
show?
Well, we're the Band of Bravos, of course. We came here to put on a show.
Oh, you are performers.
Not just performers, adventurers.
This isn't a
do our-
show, is it? He kind of looks around.
He's like, oh no, he's figured it out, boys.
Get
Hide
your
the
camera
roll
crews out of
20.
here.
Hide the overlays.
This is not a show. Do we look like we are in our show clothing to you?
Yeah, we're not 2D tokens. Don't stare at us that way.
Yeah, he's staring at you with his nah.
I'm going to give him my friendliest halfling face. Roll some diplomacy to help push this along.
All right.
I wink at him.
It's like
19.
very, very well. All right, you go down in the hole and find the drow, and if you find their purse, they owe me a lot of coin.
We'll be sure to
Julie
make
knows
sure that
thank
purse gets to you.
Very good. All right, I'll go prepare lunch. He kind of hops down off the bed and makes his way towards the front door, and he turns around and he's like, "Not a word."
Not a word.
We won't if you won't.
And he makes his way back to the front door, turns, looks.
Does he give me like the planet his eyes, planet our eyes kind of deal?
No, well, because his eyes are kind of on both sides of his head, so he'd have to kind of do this.
Get two hands, like just.
Yeah, no. All right. So he goes back inside, leaving you here in front of the gross, stinky hole.
Wait, you didn't say it was stinky.
By the way, it's stinky.
Oh man!
Well, that changes everything.
I get out
Yeah,
my
there's-
soap.
There's some sort of foul odor coming from this thing.
Why did
I
you make
just
so much
presto the
deal?
hole. Prestidigitation the whole hole.
Yeah, I mean the sides of it look like they're covered in slime and goo.
I'll start tying a rope to the leg of the bed.
We
All
should
right.
start adventuring
And,
in fancy
lowering
clean
it down.
castles.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this adventure will turn it into a showstopper, and then we'll we'll up and down the inner sea. We'll show it off.
Hopefully a showstopper, not a drain clogger.
Oh. Well, that bought us at least a couple of weeks, room and board, and a show.
All right, let's begin our descent, fellows. And so I assume we
All right.
secure the rope in a way and start heading down, kind of deal.
Yeah, you totally can. All right, so you secure a rope and begin climbing down. I'm gonna need athletics check from everybody as they climb down this rope. It's not a particularly hard
Oh,
check, but it is a
great.
long fall.
The +0 I have
Oh, yay.
with a
You
19.
got a 19. You're doing pretty good.
Oh, I'm going to re-roll that 10.
The 10 is actually good enough. I'm literally just making sure no one super fails. Going down is easy.
Goes, fall
Yeah.
down the hole, and die.
Mhm.
All right, so let's see. Roark, I'm assuming you went first.
Yes, with the 15.
Oh, it just got swept away. Oh. There's more shenanigans over here.
Oh, look, boys. Caves.
Oh, are those diamonds on the wall? Are those diamonds? Or emerald?
You climb down into what looks like a very large cavernous chamber. Well, not incredibly large, but it's pretty big. There are indeed some sort of quartz crystal formations growing out of the wall down here. There is a pool of, well, to be honest, at first you're like, oh, there's a pool of water. And then you're like, no, that's a pool of slime and goo in the kind of center of the room.
Ugh.
Gross.
I'll have my buckler raised up as I make room for everyone.
I'm
Come on in. Oh, here's that treasure chest.
Oh yeah.
There's the chest you threw down here. Yeah.
I'm gonna perception a little bit, see what else we see.
It just for clarity's sakes, when we went to sleep, came back up, cast light before we go in, just to have it so you don't save time, and we came down up. We have light.
I figured you weren't going to go down into the stinky darkness without light.
I just know some people might point it out. It was like, wait a minute, they didn't cast light. How did they see? Just to clarify for them.
I kind of just assumed.
Yeah, just for audience sake.
Yeah, no worries. So you begin to take a look around, Ilana, and you notice that there's there's some chamber up here to the kind of north of you, and it looks like somewhere over in the corner here, it looks like there's a pile of maybe like old gear or clothing or something, kind of up here in the corner. And as you are pointing that out to everybody, Roark and Lorne and Shensen, the three of you can all give me perception checks.
I'm now perceiving with my 9.
And there's some stuff.
And not with the 9, you're not.
7, I guess.
Stuff up there. What else do you see?
With my 7, I'm distracted by that
No,
pool of slime goo, and I'm like, hey, Lauren, what do you think that flavor is?
Let me guess. With a reroll for helping, and it's an 18. I think it's cherry flavored.
Well,
Ew.
so funny you should mention it, because as you're sitting there staring at it, Lauren, you realize that the it appears to be receding from the edge, like as if somebody pulled the drain out of the bottom of it. The ooze is kind of pulling away from the edges of the pool, but in reality, what's happening is that it is actually coalescing into a larger pile of goo.
Oh boy!
Have we seen that before?
Do I see the rest of the slime doing this, or is it just this slime? And it's just slowly but surely gathering.
Just that one.
And there's a bunch more slime around it, correct?
Yes.
That's still pulling into it. All right, boys. We need to kill this thing or stop the flow before it becomes bigger.
Sounds like we need some fire.
Yeah, on that I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative. You're not sure what this thing is, but it doesn't look like the ooze is from upstairs. This one's made of kind of a gray, filmy sludge.
I like to point out, every single time I've rolled initiative today, it's been a natural 1.
Well,
You're just trying to be persistent and consistent, not persistent.
I'm cursed.
Roll 20 just missed you.
Yeah, it needed to teach me who is the real ruler of these seas.
Stop threatening to take away hero and villain points then.
All right, so let me go ahead and put this in order, and unfortunately, it is going to go first.
Well, good working with you folks. We're all dead.
Yay! I love your support.
You're welcome. We turn over here so Jack can see. Whoop. Don't let it coalesce.
So it's not going to get to do that. All right, so it is going to move. Then it is going to slap out with its pseudopod at. Oh well, let's roll a die here.
Oh, I don't trust the die.
It's going after Roark. Here we go. Ooh, armor class 26, Roark.
Yeah, that'll hit me.
Take 9 points of bludgeoning damage plus 5 points of acid damage.
Ugh.
And with its third and final action, the pseudopod wraps around you, grabbing hold.
Uh-oh.
No.
Ah, not again!
Oh, jeez.
It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. All right. That was its turn. Ilana, you are up next.
It is most definitely not fine, and I'm going to trust that this one behaves just like the last one and produce some flame. Oh, I don't think 10 hits it, do they?
You have 3 points.
I do, but I want to make sure it hits first.
You have to do it before.
I don't think that's gonna hit.
And you
Well,
roll
the next one
same.
didn't either. So
Oh, well, look at that. So your ball of flame goes flying over it. As it does so, little clouds of noxious gas ignite as it flies through the room, kind of creating sparks and flashes, but it ultimately
Shiny!
does not do any damage.
Yay!
Ilana, you still have one action remaining after producing flame.
Roark, how are you? Roark, are you okay? Can I reach Roark?
That wasn't. Yeah, that was a bad hit, but I'm still standing.
You're still standing? Because I can probably still grab like your foot or your wing and give you a heal.
Yeah, I'm definitely below half my hit points. I'll say that much.
Okay, well, I'm definitely going to grab... Can I reach and grab him?
Yeah, he's adjacent to you. You're right next to him.
Marvelous. I'm going to reach and grab whatever I can and cast a one-action heal.
All right, that's going to heal a D8. Oh. Well,
Well.
enjoy your hit point.
Every little hit
tried.
point helps.
Yeah, it could be the difference between life and death. You never know. All right, that was Ilana's turn. Next up, Roark.
Oh, I wanna. Oh, I can attempt an acrobatics. Oh yes, okay. First is an acrobatics attempt to escape from being grabbed.
Yes, very good. Go ahead and make me a check against it.
That looks like
No,
a hero
I'm-
point, Bruce.
Oh, that's that. Well, I mean, that's a roll.
I was wondering where those bad
That time
rolls are
it's a
going to come back.
19.
A
19 with the reroll.
is going to fail.
Oh.
You try and break free from this ooze, but like it's like pushing against Jello. Like every time you push against it, its pseudopod just flows around your efforts, and it still has hold of you.
Uh-oh.
What would you like to
Ugh. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna use my. I'm gonna bash it with a shield.
do? All right.
Would you like to spend one action to expire?
That's an 18 total. I took a penalty since escape has the attack
It
tag on it.
totally
So.
does, and that will hit. Your
Okay.
shield slams into it, and it just kind of it splatters a bit, and we'll take that 4 points of damage. But that did not slow it down in the slightest.
Probably not. And then I guess I'll raise up my buckler because, yikes.
All right, very good, Shensen.
All right. Looks like Roark got the slippery squeeze put on him. So I'm going to cast a soothe spell on you, Roark, to try to heal you up a little bit more. There's another 10 healing.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. And then I'm going to lingering composition and inspire courage.
All right.
Ooh.
So my perform check for the lingering composition is a 14, which I am going to re-roll with a hero point because
Yeah, all right, there we go.
that's not going to stand. There we go, 27. That's pretty good.
That is a critical success.
Ooh. All right. That means that lingering composition lasts for extra. All right, I'm done.
Very good. All right, that was Shensen playing the Songs of Victory. Lorne, what do you got for me?
The same thing I usually do, Jason, because I'm a one-tone wizard and I don't deviate at all. I'm going I'm going to point at it, and I can sit Lord with a shocking grass go like unlimited lightning straight after it. That is going to be a 19 to hit it,
+1.
and 20 to hit it.
And 19 is certainly going to hit. So that is going to deal, let's see, 6. Probably +1, so 7 points of damage.
Yep.
Your electricity arcs out from your outstretched hand, slamming into it, cooking and boiling bits of the ooze that kind of.
Man.
This one as it cooks smells vaguely of meat.
That makes it somehow weirdly worse.
Yeah.
And for my final action, I will cast shield.
Yeah. All right, so you bring up a shield. All right, the ooze is going to go. Let's see. The first thing it is going to do is constrict poor Roark. Roark, I'm going to need you to make a fortitude saving throw.
17.
A 17 is insufficient.
No.
Ah, my bones.
You are going to take 1 point of bludgeoning damage and 5 points of acid damage.
Okay.
Are you okay, Roark?
I'm hanging in there.
With its second action, it is going to lash out with a pseudopod at Lorne.
No.
Armor class 18.
Is that was it constricting? It's like an attack action, or is that a full thing for him?
Unfortunately, the constrict does not have the attack trait.
Why you gotta make a game that makes me feel bad?
There's
All right.
so many reasons.
Okay, please forgive me on my terrible memory. Shield gives me just a +1 in AC.
Plus
right?
one.
Okay,
yeah.
never mind. And all right, I get hit.
All right, so go ahead and take 9 points of bludgeoning and 1 point of acid damage.
Cool. And I can use the shield's rage shield actually to basically do a hardness of 5, I believe it is.
5,
To negate,
yeah.
So I'm gonna negate some of that.
All right, so you use that. That means you will not be able to cast shield again this fight.
Yeah. So
But
10
that
total.
that does reduce the amount of damage you take by 5 if you use it. Otherwise, you take 10.
Cool. Definitely take 5 points of damaroonies.
And with my third action, I grab you as well.
Oh.
This thing's grabs you all over the place.
Why would you like me to roll?
Nothing. I just grabbed you. That's it.
Aww.
I
Okay.
don't like this one bit.
It's fine. This is fine. All right.
This is not fine. Not at all.
It feels pretty fine to me. All right, Ilana, it is your turn.
Bud, you are in a world of trouble. Oh, come on, fire!
Oh, yeah,
Come on, fire again!
I should actually note, and chat noted this as well. Roark, you are no longer grabbed because I didn't spend an action to maintain it.
Oh, all right.
Also, 22 to hit with flames.
That is certainly going to hit.
Yay! Plus one.
Ooh.
7 points of damage.
Plus one bard.
Yep, 8.
I need like a big.
We need to get like an image that it's just a big like card that's on the side that says +1 bard is now active.
an intrusive music symbol.
I'll have to make one of those because I don't want it to clash with my map tiles.
Oh, okay.
Gotta be aesthetically
We have an
correct.
aesthetic we got going on.
Yeah,
Make sure it Make sure it sparkles.
Yeah. Oh, it has to sparkle now? God damn.
Mm-hmm. It has to be animated.
We can we can make it yeah, we can do an animation on it. We get one of those old 2000 sparkle effects on those websites.
Oh,
No,
why do you have to talk
It's
about
just
No.
terrible.
Why do you have to say that?
Because I like
get
to
like
make you all suffer.
That goes against literally
And
my
put
job
the
title.
+1 in the darkened area over there. See if it shows up or not. If it's on
It
the
won't.
overlay. Ah, okay. At least put it above us, I guess.
I'm very. I don't know who's changing the color, but that's not the color of the.
It should be bright yellow,
Move
yellow
it.
orange, sunlight colors.
Don't make me angry. All right, Ilana, it is your turn.
Okay, so I have one action left. Oh heck! I'm gonna use it to get out my wand of healing and have that prepared with me.
All right, you break out the wand of healing with your third action, and that will be the end of your turn. Roark, newly released from the pseudopod.
Mm-hmm. I am going to do a couple of things. I will bash again with the.
Very good. You slam out and bash with the shield.
Ooh,
That is
23 to hit for
that is certainly
3
going
damage.
to hit for 3.
And
Does that have
just because
does that have the +1 in it?
Yeah, that has the +1 in it. That's +1 added in. And then I will also cast Electric Arc on it.
Oh no!
Make a reflex save! Ah! No!
Come on.
Wow.
Well, I guess
10.
I guess I will fail and take 4 points of electricity damage.
4 points, yep. Then that has the +1. I rolled terrible.
All right. Yeah.
I'm just lashing out with all different kinds of damage.
The electricity slams into the slime, cooking and boiling off more of it, but the thing is still up and fighting. That was Roark. Shensen.
Yay! All right, so I've got my bard music going for a little bit longer. Automatic on I've got it on repeat.
Sure.
I'm gonna move to there, and then I will take a swiperoo at the ooze,
All right.
and try to gently persuade it to not grabsy my buddies by stabbing it in the middle. The 18
That
for
is certainly
7
going to
damage.
hit for
All right, 7 damage.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna stab it again for my third action, which will miss, unless it's
Yeah.
well now
Has that got a penalty on top of it?
-5, but it's not wearing pants or like a shirt or anything,
Minus
right?
You are
four.
correct. The ooze is not wearing pants. However, a 7 is not going to be enough to hit.
All right, I'm done.
All right. Shensen has slashed at it twice. It has spilled gross gray dishwater slime all over the
Ew,
place.
dishwater.
However, that is the end of Shensen's turn. Lorne, you are grabbed by this thing and has a hold of you. What do?
I'm still able to do offensive magic and stuff, right?
Yeah, you were just grabbed. That as a condition is not too bad.
I am angry
Isn't it
as
a
all
DC
hell.
flat?
Go ahead.
You do have a flat
The-
DC if you attempt to do anything with the manipulate trait.
Yeah, so
Yeah, does that include magic?
Yes.
Or not?
If
Okay.
it's somatic, it will. Yeah.
okay, so
which
basically I can
most
take because I've never encountered this before. So it's one action
Yeah.
for me to basically try to break 3, which is an athletics check, correct?
Correct. But that'll
Cool.
be against my
Yeah, it'll be
my
against your thing.
fortitude DC.
Cool. So basically, I can spend one action to do that, and if it fails, then I just might as well try to shock it to death with a penalty.
You could, yes.
With my 2 actions. Okay, let's try that out. Bam! Athletics. I'm like flexing, and it's a 2. Just it's always a 2. I'm spending a point. I believe in chat's power. I can break it. I can go through it. I believe in me, Dad. I am a strong warrior, and it's a 9. I will. I'm just like seeing the disappointed face of my father, and I'm just like, you know what? Those books made me who I am today. Shocking grasp.
So before you cast the spell, go
Yes.
and just bounce a D20. We need to do a flat check. The
Okay.
DC is only 5. So you just need to break a 5.
Oh, don't
that's-
do this
yeah,
to me.
He's already used his hero point too.
Wait for
Go
it.
ahead.
It's a nat 1. Yeah, I suck. Well, I'll just burn my character sheet. Good playing with you all.
Lauren, it's probably save you a lot of time instead of like tracking down that die rolling button. Just type the 1 into the chat room there.
That,
Well, the
that is
upside-
true.
Somebody did just buy you another hero point.
I
so-
can spend it on that one, right?
Yeah, sure you can.
Let's try it. Let's try it. If it's a
Can't
1,
be
I
worse.
swear. It's a 3, and it's still a failure.
Peyton! Wow! Wow!
It's
How is
not
that even
my
possible for you?
fault.
Oh, Lord.
So that's the end of my turn.
Yeah, it is.
I'm glad we were all here to witness this.
Well, at that, Grisfell pops out of the skull, and he's like, "You want to be a vampire too?"
I don't need your help right now, Grisfeld. Get back in the skull.
Vanishes.
What's about vampires, Mr. Grisfell?
What?
What's
Gotta go.
about vampires?
All right, on that note, the ooze goes, and it is going to constrict Lorne. Can you go ahead and give me a fortitude save, please?
Sure. Let's just see what low number this one does. It's a 6. It's a natural 1, in fact.
Oh, so you're going to critically fail.
Yeah.
No.
I would have spent a hero point because chat gave me another mercy one.
Yeah, you're gonna want to spend that.
And that's
you don't
an
wanna
8
crit fail.
plus my plus 5, so 13.
Well, that's just an ordinary fail now instead of a crit fail. That's better. That's better. All right. So take 5 points of bludgeoning damage and 2 points of acid damage as it constricts you.
Cool.
Then it's going to lash out with a pseudopod at Shensen.
No. Yo.
Our 18 is going to miss, correct?
Ooh, yeah, just barely.
Just barely. I thought it might.
Yeah.
What did I roll? A 5. Oh, I still have a villain point left, don't I?
No, you don't. Not at all.
You do.
No,
You do.
no.
No.
Good.
Oh, no.
Yeah, 27. That's much better. That's certainly a hit. Take 8 points of bludgeoning damage and 4 points of acid damage. And with my third and final action, I'll release Lorne and grab Shensen.
Ow. The good news is I'm back. I'm going to be back on my unconscious streak if this keeps up.
Well, you know, I do what I can.
Yeah. No, I understand.
I
I feel good.
Understand, I'm just trying to give the audience what they expect, which is consistency. Right?
And I'm just trying to help you out, Lauren. I didn't want it to squeeze your head off.
Shensen falls unconscious. Lorne rolls badly.
Yeah.
Roark saves the day.
I like how it's now prophetic at this point.
Roark, we need to end with Roark like dangling from like a rope where then Ilana like uses poison hands on him.
Yeah. No, that's what
I'm just gonna accept 3.
No, you serve the critical role of making things worse with bad healing checks afterwards. It's your turn.
Okay. Is anybody dying?
I've got 4 hit points.
Inside, yeah. I am
because I have the choice to either attack or heal someone.
I'm what the kids would say, a 10 out of 22 in terms of happiness.
And in terms of happiness?
Yeah.
Total.
Shensen, what are your happiness? How you feeling, hon?
I'm at a 4 out of 22.
Oh, big yikes. Okay. I'm going to take the wand I had prepped earlier and do a 2-action heal spell to point and heal Shensen.
Yay!
Right. That'll heal a D8 plus 8.
10?
10?
I love it. Thank you.
Regain
that was
10 hit points. Very nice. All right, you still have 1 action remaining.
Have 1, and I don't have any spells that are only 1 action. I just have the stick that I could swing.
But you
I'm
are not
close enough to
adjacent
swing
to it.
the stick.
Yeah.
I was moved somewhere for a better position. Pathfinder Second Edition is very heavy on moving. It's very encouraged.
5, 10, 15. I'm not standing in that pile of goo, but can I stand right here-ish?
There is not enough. You could stand there, but it would require an acrobatics check if you wanted to try and stand right there.
I'm fine here. It's fine.
All right.
I can
just
still
chill.
cast spells. I can heal. It's fine.
You can just
All
chill.
right. All right. Roark.
I think I'm just gonna do the same thing I did last time. I seem to be pretty successful.
All right. Well, you don't have to try and break free this time, so.
Yeah, just I'm gonna re-roll that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, 12 is not enough. You feel that one was slipping away from you and call upon fate.
You now have 1 point left, Roark.
Ooh.
Thank you. Okay, 23 hits for 2 points of bludgeoning.
2 points of bludgeoning is certainly going to work. Your shield slams into it, and it kind of...
Make another reflex save. I'm just rolling really ones on these D4s. It's really bad. Fine. Take 2 points of electricity damage.
You're muted with your blorps. Or yeah,
What?
I just see
Can
you
you
going
hear me now?
blurp, and it's just. No, not you,
Fine.
Keeley. It was
was me.
Jason.
I was my
Oh.
my my blorping bubbling was just too quiet.
It's very subtle.
Yeah,
You got to work on your
Blorp
stage
ASMR.
warping.
yeah, no, it's yeah. We're breaking into whole new categories here with this stream. All right, that was Roark's turn. Shensen, it is up to you. What do you got for me?
All right. So first of all, my screaming icon, which is in fact my singing icon, that goes down to 1 round left of lingering composition. I'm going to try to acrobatics out of this inappropriate touch and escape.
Sure. Yeah, right. Go ahead and give me the check.
I'm going to go ahead and hero point that
All right. Yeah.
because I'm not happy with that roll, but
No,
I will
you-
probably patent it.
You should not be happy with that roll.
Oh, it's a term now.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
you got to patent it, right? Oh, you're gonna
I
make a
unpatent
natural
it.
20, right?
Yeah. Well, by patent it, I mean just
Don't patronize me, accept your crit.
critical acro.
To patent a roll is to say one thing and have it do the exact opposite. So,
Yeah.
it's not necessarily bad.
All right, so assume that.
I'm going to get mailed another punch to the face. All right,
Move
so,
on, game master.
That is going to be successful. You break free from its grapple.
I'm gonna stab it. Hug me, I'll stab you. Yes,
That's going to be insufficient.
And then I will stab it one last time. That one should hit for a 17, 18.
That's at a penalty, though, of what, 10?
Does the acrobatics count as a attack roll?
Breaking free from a grapple does count, yeah.
Yeah, then that is, it's a 13 in all.
13 is going to miss.
No. All right, I'm done.
Your scimitar flashes out, but does not manage to connect.
Remember,
that-
for Shensen, you have 3 hero points, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to re-roll a hero point on a -10 roll, though.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a bad call. Lorne. We are at the bottom of the order. It is your turn. This thing is still fighting.
I'm going to step over this way
All right.
to get away from it. And
All right. You
then
go over near the gently humming crystals.
go. And that
Humming.
other shocking grass I try to do was basically technically used, right? So I'm all warmed up. I've had 2 spell slots, correct?
Yeah.
Cool,
Yeah.
okay.
That first one that you tried to cast and failed, that one you lost.
I will cast Electric Arc upon it. Roll me a reflex save.
Can do. The electricity arcs out from it, slamming into the ooze, but it does. manage
Holy
to dodge
moly.
Why
the
you
third
gotta
portion
do
of
this to me, man? With the
This was
25.
supposed to be the sleepover episode.
I want to just play the lightning spell effect, and it's gonna sound cool from Sirenscape, and it's just not gonna feel good. That is my turn.
That's all it does. All right.
Zap.
Zap. Yeah. All right. So the ooze goes. Having lost its grasp on Shensen, but Shensen being ineffectual against hitting it, but Roark did hit it, so its tendril will slap out towards Roark. Here it comes.
Oof.
Class 23
Ooh.
Yes, that'll hit me.
for 10 bludgeoning and 1 acid damage.
Whoa.
Still standing.
It will
Yay!
then grab you with its second action, and with its third action, it will constrict you. Give me a fortitude saving throw.
Oh no. 17. Yeah, I guess I'll let that stand. I don't know.
Very good.
Okay.
The ooze crushes and squeezes you. Take 4 points of bludgeoning damage and 3 points of acid damage. Ugh.
Oh, now I am unconscious.
It's the oh no
Uh-oh.
errors.
Oh. Okay.
Next
What
potion.
are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, darn it. There. Yeah. It's whatever symbols you want. There you go. All right. I'll
Dead,
let you figure it out.
poisoned,
Okay.
and sad all at the same time.
Yeah, no, it's fine. All right. So That was the end of its turn. Roark goes limp in its tendril as it begins to tug at the bird's body back to its gross fetid pool where it will digest the bird over time, leaving behind only feathers and a beak.
Oh,
No, it will
Ilana.
not.
Ilana,
It
it
will
is your
definitely
turn.
not. Oh, I only need one action to do battle medicine, right?
Correct.
And I can, even though he's unconscious, I can battle medicine Roark.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
What could possibly go wrong?
yikes. Oh.
Roark, you'll thank me later when you're
Woo.
Hey, you
one.
succeeded.
I never doubted you.
Every time she rolls a medicine check, I get horribly scared.
All right.
Oh, I do too. You're not the only one.
You reach out
2d8?
and yeah, use your skills to quickly patch some of Rourke's wounds,
Good
healing
roll.
him for 2d8. Roark, you regain
Hooray!
10 hit points, but you gain the wounded 1 condition.
Am I also still grabbed?
Yes.
Well, it's a good thing
Cool.
I'm not done, and I have a
Done.
couple more actions to produce some flame.
Yeah.
You're also prone, Roark.
Oh, it's not holding me up barely on my feet as
I
it
let you
squeezing.
fall.
Is it squeezing me?
No, I let you fall. It's fine.
Just trying to eat you.
That Ilana throws flame at it, and that is going to hit. It will take the fire damage. It scorches some of the goo and ooze, leaving kind of a black, acrid stain in its jelly. That stinks horribly, but it is still up.
Plus
I'm
one bard.
sorry we came into your home, but you did attack us first.
You apologize to the ooze. It has no face. Next is... I don't know why those are related, but it seemed funny to me. Roark, it is your turn.
No, I am a bit further down
That's right.
since
You
I
are
went
you are
unconscious.
going to be down here. That's
But I'll go before it goes.
yes, that is true. In that case, Shensen, it is your turn to act.
All right, so my magic bard music runs down, so I will fire it back up with one action, and then stab the molesting ooze with a 17.
A 17 will hit.
That's 9 slashing.
You slash out with your scimitar, and for the first time, you notice that it doesn't appear to have as much of an effect as you would like.
Oh no!
The scimitar slices through its oozy form, but it tends to just kind of reform wherever you cut it.
But it got a little bit of damage in there, right?
It did look like that did hurt it, but not perhaps as much as you would have liked.
As long as it doesn't get stuck in the ooze.
No. It comes out, I wouldn't say clean. It comes out filthy and covered in dishwater slime, but
Ew. Well, I'll try stabbing it for the third time on my third action.
all right, go right ahead.
I'm gonna re-roll that. That never happened. That is a
You
hero
saw
point,
nothing?
and the hero point says instead it's stillness.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I'm done.
Yeah, all right. Lorne.
Well, you understand what I always do. Electric arc.
I am shocked by this decision.
I'll hit
Your
you.
electricity
7
flies
points.
out, slamming into it.
Why you gotta do the 25 rolls? Stop it! Your dice are loaded.
Yeah, my digital dice are
Yes.
loaded. You're right.
What plus is that? It's a plus 10. What is wrong with you, sir? Do you want me to feel bad?
Woodman yells at Cloud.
I mean, I'm not saying no. All right, so your
I'll do
electricity-
that cry as my last action, and that's my turn.
Yeah, all right.
Plus one bar damage.
Yeah, no,
It's a
yeah,
4.
It was half, so yeah. All right, so that was Lorne. Roark. You now get to go, which means it goes next.
Yes, I'm going to attempt to escape from its That's... it's 19. Not bad, but it's not good. I'm gonna
You
gonna
were given
reroll
a
it.
hero point. So, yeah,
All
you're
right.
good on that. Got
It's
20.
one better. Does that do it?
Does this have the attack trait on it?
This is
It
getting-
does.
It does. I'm escaping.
He's getting the
So
book.
does that mean you get a +1 from Bard?
No,
Oh.
it doesn't work that way.
We need to
afraid.
get-
It's not as-
What I want to
Right.
happen, if I could ever figure it out, is basically whenever Jason has to grab the book, it's just like some choirs of just like, and Jason gets the book.
I'm just double checking a thing.
Roark got another hero point, by the way.
Well, I mean that's. Yeah. All
Does
Thank
right.
you,
that put me
chat.
at 2?
I'm afraid you're going to come up just short.
No.
We should
Checking
riot.
what the DC was based off of. My brain was like, wait, is it this? No, I thought it was that. And I looked it up, and you would have failed either way. So, yeah, I'm afraid you're going to fail that check.
Okay, can I stand up?
Yes.
That's my second action.
Yeah. You
Why
did
not?
that. Yeah.
Just-
Yeah, sure.
And I'm
Make you knock
gonna
prone.
do the shield bash.
All right. Bash it with your shield.
No, yes.
Yeah, the stabbing doesn't work as well.
Though, but that is at a -5.
The penalty's not in there. All right.
The penalty, I'm gonna miss.
Yeah,
I'm having a bad time of it.
That is going to miss. The ooze goes. The first thing it's going to do is attempt to constrict you, Roark. Can you give me a fortitude save again?
What's the average? Average. I got a bunch of these hero points. Yeah. Oh, it's worse. It's much
Uh-oh.
worse. Oh no.
Well, that went from a failure to a critical failure. So,
You're
yeah.
welcome.
I'm gonna die.
I'm glad my curse could be spread.
Well, you're going to take 16 points of damage, which is going to put you back unconscious.
So-
And
so
because
Roark-
it was a
So-
crit
Yeah.
failure, you're dying
I know.
free.
Oh, I know.
So Roark, as you fall down into darkness, I just want to imagine that you're hearing how the curse is taking hold of you, and the last thing you hear, it's just basically, return the slab, or suffer my curse.
The slab?
You ever watch Courage? Oh no.
No.
People who know of that will know what I'm talking about, and we will all enjoy it as you go to Dying
Well-
3.
We'll take your word for it.
Roark, you are at dying 3. The ooze is
no.
going to spend its second action lashing out at Shensen.
See, chat got it.
No, that's a hit. Unless
Uh,
that's no, yeah.
No, it's not. Take 10 points of bludgeoning and 5 points of acid damage.
Yay!
Are you still up?
No.
Well, it
I am
grabbed you with
also-
its third action.
Well, good news is that it dropped Roark then, right?
It did, yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, you got that going for you.
Yay! Yeah.
But that is going to be the end of its turn. This ooze looks like it's in the process of killing and eating all of your friends.
Oh,
Move Shensen
no.
to the right spot. Alana, it is your turn.
Oh, no, everybody's dying. Everybody is dying really badly. And I can only stabilize one at a time. And the only way I can help everybody is with 3-action heal, but that also helps the ooze. Guys, are you going to forgive me?
No. You heal
Gurgle.
that ooze. You heal that ooze, electric, aren't you?
Do you want to live or not?
Wait a second, Jason.
Yes.
If I got battle medicined, wouldn't
Yeah.
that have reduced my wound
Nope.
number? Oh, okay.
No, the reducing the wounded condition actually takes the full 10 minutes. That's not a battle medicine.
Oh, it doesn't do the battle medicine. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Fair
sure of that. I'll double check while Alana is deciding what to do.
this is a hard decision.
Jason
You guys
gets
want to live?
the book.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, battle medicine is just basically I get to use medicine and use an action point to do it, but during battle. Oh, guys, do you forgive me for doing a 3-action heal to make sure you live, but also giving it back some hit points?
My take on this right now is that this is time for us to like shift tactics to something more ranged. And so, yeah. Save us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lauren, you have been voted off the island.
Traitor!
6. I could roll it again and use a hero point to see if I can get you more.
I don't
the more
think hero
you give
points-
us, the more you give it, and you can't.
I think
also that.
6 is
Yeah, you can't re-roll that die, unfortunately. All right. Well, your healing energy washes over everyone. Everyone gets 6 hit points back. The ooze vacuums back up some of its gray dishwater.
gross.
And Ilana, that is the end of your turn. Lorne, it's up to you.
Oh, sure it is.
What do
What's
you
your
got for me?
I look at the stalagmite, or is it stalagmite or stalactite that's on the ceiling? I forget. Whatever the one is.
Stalactites hang tight onto the ceiling. So
Yeah, that one. So swoosh! I telekinetic projectile one loose from it and bam, right on top of the slime to
All right.
basically do it. That is a 28, a natural 20, a critical.
That would be a critical hit, except for the fact that it's an ooze. and you can't
No, but
that is-
still.
hit it. That is
I still
totally a
hit
hit.
it.
That is totally a hit. That totally would have killed it had it not just been healed.
I look
+1 from Bard.
for my last action. I death stare at Ilana. I told you not to do it.
Do you
Thank-
want your friends to die? It'll
They'll
be just
live
you and I
after it's dead.
Lauren is effectively just cranky that he didn't get the death strike on it.
All right, so here's the situation. Roark, it is now your turn. You are
I also get
conscious
back
with
6.
6 hit points, and you are wounded 2 and prone.
Mm-hmm.
What you got?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Is crawl
You are
is
not-
a thing, right? I can
Yeah, you're not
I can
grab.
crawl.
Yeah.
Great. What's this? Is it like 5 feet or 10 feet? The crawl.
It's just 5.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get here, and from here on the ground.
Yes.
Electric arc.
Yay,
Oh, no.
zap.
Careful, he rolls 25s on saving throws.
It's still gonna take some damage.
Let's
As long
do
as
it
it's not a
again.
natural 20. Oh! Just made it. Okay.
Just made it. So I'm going to
So
take
3
3
electricity damage.
For people listening to audio, that the reflex DC is 17, and Jason decided just to roll exactly a 17. So
Well, I mean, getting it dead on is a skill of mine. So, your electricity arcs out to the ooze, slamming into it, dancing between its nodules of goo, but it's still
Gross.
up. It's like it is just barely hanging on, just by a thread. By a thread. Shensen.
All right, so I'm grabbed, correct?
Yes.
Can I still attack with no penalty?
Yes.
I attack. I re-roll that,
I'm sure you do.
assuming I have hero points.
Yeah.
You do. You have 2. This,
Yep.
now you're back at 1, and that's an 8.
Oh! Wow.
Well, that 8 is not going to hit. A 7 re-rolled into an 8 is not going to.
I'm gonna keep.
do it.
I'll stab it again.
All right. Hey.
So that is a 22 minus 5.
22 minus 5 is a 17, which is going to hit.
Yay! 5 points of damage.
Scimitar slashes into it. Is it only 5?
No, it's 6. Bard is still going.
Good, because if it was 5, it would have done no damage. But at 6, it does
One
one point of damage, which is how many hit points I had left.
Oh,
my
finally!
Goodness.
Collapses into a pile of filth that flows back into the depression, kind of filling back up the pool with wet, gross, nasty water.
I'm done.
Oh, yeah. We're out of initiative now, so.
Marvelous. One more 3-action healing burst for everybody.
Yay!
Oh, 3 HP.
Here you go. You're welcome.
Oh, I'm glad that, well, brush myself off and going, we will not speak of this again. Understood. There
You
was
say
no
that
slime.
about every fight.
Yes.
Lauren, I don't know that I'm going to be able to abide by that because I just saved us all with that final blow and wouldn't have been able to do it unless Ilana was so heroic in healing us all and you and Lauren zapping it with electricity and all that. This is a classic example of the Band of Bravos taking a fight to the extreme, letting everybody think we were about to die, and then at the very end, we survive. It's the way we do things.
It'll make a marvelous cliffhanger at some point.
I take my staff and I look at the skull and go, hey, Grisville.
He pops out. Hey, buddy, what's up?
How bad is it to be dead?
Well,
I just need to know what I'm looking forward to.
Well, so, I mean, I can't taste anything. I can't affect anything. I don't have emotions. Life is an endless torment. I wish I could go on to my eternal rest, but I'm stuck here forever hanging out with you fine folk atop this staff.
I'll note that pause.
Like
Lauren will remember that.
Which looks like the endless torment of my now damned existence. But otherwise, it's not bad.
Noted. I stand up going, I'm ready to continue.
He's like, but hey, don't die though.
I promise you, I'll do my best.
Oh, all right. Good.
I vote that we sit down and catch our breath
on the
and get rid of our
ground.
wounds. Yep.
Yeah. Well, there is kind of an alcove up here to the north that looks kind of like a quiet place where you could hang out.
What do my dancing lights see?
Going up here, you see that
I
over
walk in.
here, over here on the floor, there is kind of a pile of what looks like filthy robes or rags or something. It's kind of hard to make out. There's just kind of this is just a natural kind of cavern area. There's nothing really untoward here. There is a lot of glistening slime and ooze all over everything, but it's not so much that you're worried that there's a creature back here. You think you might be safe back here at least. It's kind of hard to tell.
Prestidigitation, clean it up. And I'm
Okay.
going to sit. And I'm going to stay sat.
All right. So everybody takes it easy for a bit. You need to wait a while if you're going to do medicine on folks again. That's going to take like an hour.
If we ever do Pathfinder 3rd Edition or something, can we rename Prestidigitation to Vacuum Cleaner? Magic Vacuum. Or
It
Be
also does
Clean.
hair dye though, so it's very versatile.
It does a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very useful spell.
It could give you like a little sparkle to your teeth, Lauren. Like this. I cast Prestidigitation to make Lauren's teeth sparkle all fancy.
I frown.
Mind you, he's like covered in slime and ooze, but his teeth are like sparkling.
Yeah, you look very handsome today, Lauren.
I go to sleep.
As I
Woke up.
as I said that, I have to make a skill check actually. Oh yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, very believable. All right, so I'm assuming the group is waiting an hour and doing some more medicine.
Doing some medicine, having a snack.
All right, why don't you go ahead and bounce some medicine checks for me?
All right, guys. Remember how you were so happy with me for saving you earlier? Just
Nope.
Yes.
remember that.
You did great.
Nope.
All right, who's first?
Shensen's next to me.
Yay!
Shensen gets back 2d8.
2d8.
Woo!
Whoa.
Thank you.
All right.
I just noticed this thing in medicine, treat wounds, that I've never seen before for somehow. If you treat them for a total of 1 hour, you double the hit points they regain from treat wounds. If we just spend hours and hours down here.
Yeah, so the way that works though is that right now, because you got battle medicine and you got some checks in the middle of the fight, you're immune for an hour. So after an hour, then you could spend another hour.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
that
I'm saying
would
if we
take
spend
off.
Speaking
hours
of
down
that,
here.
since
Yeah.
I did spend a battle medicine on Roark, do I have to wait another hour to do a regular medicine?
So the battle medicine will make him immune to medicine to heal him, just as if you use the 10-minute version. However, you can now not use battle medicine on Shensen again for 1 day. You can't use battle medicine on someone more than once per day. But you can use the ordinary version.
Okay, so because I'd already did battle medicine on Roark, I can't do a battle medicine again, but I can do regular medicine.
Correct. Yeah.
Right, Roark, come here, dear.
And there you go. 2d8.
Yay.
Hey.
10. Very good.
Now, Lorne.
Here's where the irony is going to rear its head, I suspect.
I extend my hand out where some burning is, and I wait for
shake
the
it.
natural one.
I shake his hand.
It's
Cool.
going to be great.
I
Yeah.
medicine myself.
No, I've got you, dear.
I rolled an 8.
Oh, look at that.
She crit me.
Natural 20 did. I think
Okay.
I would like an apology, maybe, and a thank you, perhaps.
So that's going to go ahead and give, what is that? That gives an extra 2d8, right? That gives 48.
Yeah, it's 48 total.
7 plus 6, so
13.
13.
I'm at full. Thank you, Ilana.
No problem, darling.
So, as the group of you are sitting there, you're looking at this pile of gross, like soiled robes, and after some prestidigitation, you're able to kind of investigate them. They look like perhaps wizard robes, or the robes of a clergy or something, but they're really strange. They're all like black and purple. And very slender build. They almost look like
Elf robes.
like elf robes. Yeah, but they're really dark in color.
Are they very
Ooh.
familiar to the ropes we found in Mr. Grisfeld's old hideout?
No, not really. No, they're
Okay.
very different style. Different
I'm gonna-
fabric, too.
I'm going to
Yeah.
eyeball the tailoring and the cut and the all of that with a society check to reverse engineer who made these.
Sure. You have no idea.
I
A
will-
tailor made these clothes.
I will pick. I'll look at the clothes and see if there's any symbols or anything on them, or any particular styling. If I'm like, oh yeah, I remember in this area or this story that they were basically made from this religion and
So-
or clergy and or
so
wizard
you-
tower.
You take a look, and you're not really seeing much in the way of any identifying marks.
Yeah, you're correct. five.
Yeah, no, there's something written on one of the hems, like stitched into one of the hems, but the embroidery on it, well, it looks vaguely like Elven, but you're pretty sure it's not. I mean, it's not the Elven script, but it does look like it has some similarities to it.
Do
and
I
as you're
recognize
doing
it
all
as undercommon at all, or
No, it's not undercommon. It's something else.
okay?
Is it Elven?
It looks similar to Elven, but it's
Good.
not.
I don't know what this is.
You're sitting there looking at it, and somewhere off in the distance, you hear kind of a and you hear somewhere out in the dark a voice say, "Who invades my lair?" And that is where we are ending today's session.
Oh no!
We're all going to die,
There's that
everyone.
cliffhanger. There's that cliffhanger.
Ooh, I'm excited that it's something that can talk and I can affect with mind magic.
Ooh, hey. I want to thank everyone for watching here today. Before we wrap things up, I'm going to let everybody throw it around the horn before bringing it back to me to bring it home. James,
Hey,
where can they find you online?
I'm James Jacobs. You can find me online at Paizo.com. I'm lurking there pretty regularly and play Shensen, the only fell unconscious once bard.
Oh, hey.
Hey guys, I'm Maryssa Marie. I am Paizo's web content manager. You can find me on all the social medias, the Instagrams, the Twitters, all the places at Maryssa Marie, MarySsamari, and I play Ilana, the halfling druid, who definitely did not make it worse this time.
Hi, I'm Jason Keeley. I am a Starfinder developer. You can find me on Twitter at Herzweston, HerzWestenn. I don't like things that can't be critical or precision damaged as a swashbuckler.
Understood. Yeah.
And I'm Peyton Smith. I am the social media producer here, and I have been playing Bulmahn, a shocking wizard who hates people who heal his enemies. With that, and so I just thank you all so much for being here today. Remember, you can get some Band of Bravos cookies at thecriticalhitcookies.com, and everything else. We'll put that back in the chat there. If you're watching on YouTube, by the way, thank you so much for your support and everything, and telling your friends. We greatly appreciate everyone's attention to the streams and all. We hope you tell your friends, hope you show it off on your various online forums and stuff to say, hey, if you want to learn about Pathfinder Second Edition, different various developers or people work at Paizo or playing it. And if they have any questions, they can be sure to come to our forums or come on stream and talk to all of you to learn how the game works. And thank you again, Jason, for another great session and your awesome maps. Where can they buy the maps that we've been using?
Well, thanks everybody. Yeah, no, thanks for the plug. I've been doing these maps, and since day one, I was doing them custom, and then eventually I was like, surely there must be a better way. And I started building map tiles. That way I could customize and build these. And everybody kept asking me about them. So you know what? I've gone and I've put them up on the Roll20 store. You can find them under my personal imprint, which is Minotaur Games. I'll throw a link in there right now. There you go. That's the link directly to where you can find the tiles, the cavern, and the dungeon tile set, which is what I used for the underground cavern here during this session, are available now. So thanks, everybody.
Additionally, real quick, you can also find all the music and everything we've been doing over at Sirenscape. So Sirenscape.com is where you can basically buy all the soundscape sound effects that we've been using. We do them live. And everything else. So if you were trying to spice up your table, Sirenscape is a great audio solution to be able to bring your games a little bit more to life over a virtual tabletop, or when we get back to the normal life at your local table.
Whenever that is.
Yeah, whenever that begins.
So thank you everybody for watching. I'm Jason Bulmahn. Again, I'm the director of game design at Paizo. You can find me on all the social medias at /Jason Bulmahn. That's JASONBULMAHN. Thank you for watching, everybody. We will see you next Friday, which is the day after my birthday. So I'm undoubtedly going to roll nothing but 20s. But we will, it'll be great. It'll be great. So thank you for watching, everybody, and we will see you next time.
All right, goodbye. So
Bye.
Bye.